The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Racism. Now, I deal with racism all the time, especially on YouTube, but the problem is I can never see who the racists are. They're always hiding behind the screen. So then I thought to myself, where can I find a bunch of racists who I can go and troll in person? Then it hit me. The EDL. Now, the EDL is a racist group in the UK that stands for the English Defence League. So pretty much they don't want anyone else coming in the country.
I'm here to protest, right? Because I'm going on a march. I want Britain to be back British.
It's filled with druggies and all-round schmucks, so they're the perfect group for me to target. And I figured out the perfect plan to troll these people. First step, blending in. Now, I'm going to a racist march as a black youth. They're probably going to think something's up, so I need someone there to make it believable. So I called up Dean, and he agreed to be my white racist father. I then got my friend Jay to Photoshop a picture of us both together and put it on a shirt. Oh my god. And hopefully this will make it look like we've been supporting the EDL for years. Have a look at that flag. Keep waving it high. Keep waving it. Let's go, boy. Wave it. More action. Faster. Great. He's doing it with passion now. We've done it. EDL. EDL. What are your thoughts on 95% of Muslims saying they want to take over this country?
Disgusting.
And you heard about that before, didn't you?
Yes.
Well, I just made it up, so you really are a schmuck.
I never heard of it before.
Well, you just said that you did.
No, I was joking.
Oh, you were joking. This guy's a joker. He's a joker, aren't you? We're back here with
Hannah.
Hannah, and let your heart out on camera, Hannah.
Right, basically, they need to get them all off.
Okay, that's mad. Okay, so wait, off our streets?
Yeah.
So
they're our streets.
And they're taking our jobs?
Yeah, they're taking our houses, they're taking the lot.
And they took your teeth as well?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, man. Good evening, dear listener. Welcome to the Late Night Alternative. I'm Iain Lee. You are...
Katherine Boyle.
Well done. I should have asked that about 2 years ago when you started turning up for work here. That was Niko Omilana, and I'd never heard of him before, if I'm completely honest. Then again, I've never heard of anybody until you, Katherine, retweeted a little 2-minute video that he'd made, that audio comes from, of him going to an EDL march, and just as well, I would call it winding them up. He calls it trolling them, and it's funny, man.
He's got a right cheek, and I loved it.
It's funny. It's really, really funny. And I don't click on links, and I don't watch stuff. I don't care. I'm an old man, but I watched that, and I thought, yes, son, well done, well done. Well, I'm thrilled to say that Niko's on the line. Good evening.
Hello.
Hey! And here's where we're trolling you, because me and Katherine are actually racists, and you're a young person of colour, and we're gonna destroy you tonight.
I want to know where my teeth are, mate.
Yeah, no. Well, you got them. You got teeth.
Hey, man,
You sound all right.
You sound all right. That video is funny, and you've done loads of videos, and me and Kath, we watched a few of them tonight on YouTube, and we were laughing out loud. And you are going to get You're going to get a TV series on Channel 4 soon, I guarantee it, and probably a movie deal and all of that stuff. But
you're gassing me out too much, man. You're gassing me out too much.
No, it's going to happen because you're funny, man. You're funny. But tell us about the EDL march. When did you do it, and why did you do it?
Okay, the EDL march was on Saturday. The reason I did
Saturday just gone?
Yeah.
Oh, you've turned that round quick. Well done.
Yeah. No, I wanted to make a video where I could, like, as you said, wind people up, but what I'd say is trolling, where I could troll people, but without backlash, and everyone hates racists, so I just thought I'd rather do that. Most people support it, apart from the actual EDL.
Yeah, well, not everyone hates racists. Racists, it turns out, really like racists. Yeah. They like each other.
No, I've already experienced that. I've already been getting a few racist comments.
Well, I know we've seen some of the racist comments you've got. How it looks, because you are a young black man, and you go and hang out with a load of older, thick. Some of them look drunk. I couldn't possibly comment. Proper hardcore, good old-fashioned British racists. Something we do best. It must have been terrifying.
Well, when I first went there, more like in the car on the way there, and I saw them all marching. I was like proper nervous, like I was actually shaking.
Yeah.
But then when I got there, I realised there's just a bunch of schmucks, really. I was more scared of the protesters on the other side than because I didn't want to look like I was one of these people. But I did it. I did it for the video. I was sort of forced into it because the guy came over to me.
It is funny. There's that lovely bit in, because I watched the longer videos, a 10-minute version, and we'll tweet all the links and all of that stuff in a bit. I've been tweeting it all day, but we'll tweet it again in a bit. But there is that great bit where you can see that tension where you're stood on the side of the EDL. You're stood there with them, and you're saying, look, there's only about 30 of them, and there's more protesters, and I don't want to look like I'm a racist, but I've got to pretend to be a racist.
Yeah, exactly. For the sake of the video, and that's the thing, because I bought a whole shirt for it as well. So, and half the time I was zipping up my jacket because I didn't want the people on the other side to see my shirt.
There's a picture of you and your apparently white racist dad that was actually your mate.
Yeah, it's my mate.
What I loved about that was that so many of the actual racists saw that as like oh yeah, fair enough, he is actually from EDL TV. He's got a T-shirt on.
And it was showing them the YouTube channel you'd set up with one video on, so they all thought you were from
totally legit
EDL TV.
Yeah. and that YouTube channel was actually made in the car on the way there. I called my mate out. Shout out to Sharky. Called him up, told him to make the channel. And he did it on the way there, so it's really last minute.
How many subscribers has the EDL channel got?
I think it's just about to hit 1,000.
Oh my God,
mate! You've got to use that. You've got to utilise that power. Your YouTube channel, you got over 100,000 subscribers this year.
Yeah.
That's nuts, man. How long have you been doing this for?
I've been doing it for years, but it's only recently where it started to get like quite a lot of success. Like before, I've been doing it for like 5 years.
Wow. And why do you do it? Because me and Kath have watched about 3 or 4 of them, and I'm gonna watch the rest over the next few weeks because there's loads on there. But why did you start doing it? What was the first one you did, and why did you do it?
I used to watch a lot of YouTube, and I just always wanted to get into it. Really,
yeah.
Like as a kid, what I watched, I didn't really watch TV. I just watched YouTube. So the dream was always, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a YouTuber.
Isn't that funny?
And that's why I got into it.
It's funny because you do, sometimes me and Kath go, and we haven't done it for a while, but we go and talk to schools and stuff, and kids, a lot of them say, what do you want to do when you grow up? And my boys have started saying it, I want to be a YouTuber. And that, and 10, 15 years ago, when we were growing up, longer than that, that wasn't a thing.
I've caught my little girls practicing makeup tutorials.
Yeah, but this is, we talk about this a lot, the fact that you can self-publish books, you can put podcasts out, you can set up your own channel, and as long as you're doing stuff that's decent, you'll find an audience. It just happens, Niko, that you found an audience of 100,000.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. And once you find it, you got to really sort of run with it.
What was the first one you did? The first film you made?
First video I made a Morgan Freeman song.
Oh, that's a great start.
It's very ridiculous. Actually, an awful video, but yeah, that was the first one.
Are you embarrassed by the early ones? Because I suppose it is a bit like having your baby pictures out in public, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I'm embarrassed by the early ones, but I'm not going to lie to you. There's actually ones before which are too embarrassing to even show.
Wow.
So I've got quite a lot like privated.
I tell you what is great. Me and Kath were saying this. Years and years ago, I used to a thing called the 11 o'clock show, and I kind of
11 o'clock show. I saw it before.
No, you didn't see it when it went out because you would have been like a baby.
Yeah, no. It came out in 1999. Yeah. I was watching clips of it earlier. I did my research.
Oh, well done. Good.
I loved it. Honestly, I loved it. When I saw the one where you were like tying people's shoes up and stuff.
Yeah.
Getting people to tie your shoes up. And another one where you were interviewing people.
There's kind of a similarity in what we're doing, but the thing with the 11 o'clock show is a lot of it was really mean. It was really there's some nice stuff in it, but a lot of it was mean. And what Kath and I noticed about your stuff is it's just naughty. And it's charming, and there's no malice in there. It's just naughtiness.
Like, we love the bit where you went and invaded Asda on a mobility scooter dressed as an old white bloke.
You like that?
I loved it. You were getting people to pat your head, asking them whether they liked your flat cap.
What is it? Do you know Freddie? No, is he famous? No, he's my brother and he lives locally. In the words, I'm guessing that was meant to be a Scottish accent.
Yeah, no. I always put on accents, but I always butcher them. But somehow I always get away with it.
It was funny. And also, when I did that stuff at the 11 o'clock show, I was a young man. I was 24, 25 years old. I couldn't do that now. I couldn't go into supermarkets and, do the kind of stuff you were doing. It takes balls to go and do that, doesn't it?
Oh, no, you should, Ian. We could do a collab.
Oh my God, that's such a good idea.
Listen, it would be a thrill to even be the dude at the end of one of your videos that says, I want you to get 6,500 likes. You ask me any time, brother, and I'm there. I'm holding the camera for you. Because I think you're brilliant.
If you need another racist dad, he's the man.
I am actually a racist.
I'm serious. I'll actually hit you up.
Right, Niko, I'm going to DM you my phone number after this, and I would love to. It would be a thrill. We also loved...
buying Wembley with pennies.
Buying Tottenham Hotspur with pennies, but with not that many pennies either.
Yeah, I know. I got too many comments about that. £30.
It was very, very fun. How do you do it all? Do you edit it all and stuff, or have you got friends that help you do all that? Because it's really slick.
So I do, like, I write it, and then I get a mate to help me film it, but then I do all the editing and then post it and stuff like that.
Wow. Because it's good, man. It's good.
And how close is it to your... Right, because we've done stuff before and filmed it all. Yeah. We've recorded stuff. And when I'm editing it at the end, it always turns out slightly different from how I envisaged it. Most of the time it's a bit better. Sometimes it's just different. How close do you get? Do you try and stick to it, or do you just let it be what it is?
So with videos like the EDL video, the reason I like that so much is it's literally all, like, the whole storyline is made when you're there. So there's the plan before, but then it all, like, happens as it's going on. And then when you're editing it, you're then making the storyline like happen. So there, it's completely random. With, like, skits and stuff, the comedy skits, that's all, like, very planned out. So that's quite accurate to how I plan it. With the public stuff, the reason I enjoy that so much is because it's so random.
Buy a decent mic. That's the only thing I'm going to say. What is that crap mic you're using?
Oh, it's actually a bad microphone. No,
it's terrible.
Is this better?
No, not the one on the phone. I'm talking about the one on your videos.
Oh, okay, the one on the videos. Okay, I just changed my mic on my phone.
Yeah, we totally trolled him with the microphone bants.
No, the one in my videos. Yeah, I should buy a better one, to be fair. I've had this one for years.
I'm just looking, the 2.5 minute edit you've done of the EDL thing, that's had nearly 500,000 views already. That's incredible.
Yeah, what, on Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's done really well on Twitter.
Have you had any backlash from racists? And, because Twitter, as we know, it's a breeding ground for arseholes.
Yeah, and you just blew a big whistle.
Yeah, you've put up the bat signal for racists. Have you had any abuse from it?
Yeah, no, I've had a lot. Some of the people from the video have actually, like, messaged me. They're saying they found my address and they're going to come pay me a visit.
Oh, so no.
I can't wait for that.
No! Well, as long as you film it...
No, exactly. I highly doubt they've got it, but if they do, I'll make a great video from it. So.
What is there a plan, Niko? Is there like a dream that, like, in 5 years' time you want to be doing movies, or you want to be on? What's the ambition?
No, I'd love to. I want to do YouTube for, like, the next few years, but I really would love to do like movies or like work on TV and that sort of stuff.
It's going to happen, man. It's definitely going to happen. I know it because I just honestly, you're funny. You've got absolute balls of steel.
Also, he's really likeable.
Yeah.
Like, you watch it and you want you to succeed.
You're too kind. You're too kind.
No, he won't.
Honestly, dude, it's fine. Now this microphone you're on is rubbish. Right. So, very quick, I'm going to DM you my phone number because I'd love to pop up in one of your videos. What's the YouTube channel if people want to go and find you on YouTube?
Okay, just like that. The YouTube channel is Niko Omilana.
Just Niko, and it's Niko Omilana. It's the same for Twitter. I'm going to tweet it all at some point in the next 45 minutes or stuff. Dude, you're brilliant, man, and I look forward to watching you get famous, because it's definitely going to happen. Thank you so much. And Niko, maybe come into the studio one night.
Yeah, no, I'd love to.
All right, brilliant. Hey, nice one, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers, Niko. Bye-bye. What a night. Do you want to go and say goodbye to him?
Oh, he's so brilliant.
Honestly, if you've not seen it, it's been tweeted by everybody and retweeted. It's so funny, and the delight of falling down the rabbit hole of his YouTube channel. He's a bright kid, man, and he's got a wicked sense of humour, wicked in both senses of the word. And he's very funny. 03444991000 is the telephone number. This is Talk Radio.
Set free your mind. Let your fancy take flight. Conversation gets curiouser by the glow of moonlight. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
03444991000 is the telephone number. This is Talk Radio. You can listen to us on DAB. You can listen to us by downloading the app, or you can go to talkradio.co.uk. There's no Periscope or YouTube tonight because my phone has just died on me, so we'll be having none of that. But never mind. The radio show continues apace, dear listener. It continues apace. It's a radio show unlike any other. You can call in about absolutely anything you want. 0344 499 1000. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. We don't tend to talk about the big news stories of the day, mainly because everybody else has done them, and also because dull, man, Dullsville. But if you want to, you can call in. You know, what I've got to remember to stop doing, Katherine, is when someone calls in to talk about Trump or Israel or Brexit, I've got to stop going, oh, God. Because I do say that you can call in about anything. You can call in about absolutely anything you want. That's the thing.
But please make it something new.
Oh.
Because this is not London's biggest C word.
No.
And we're not as polite as Dotton Adebayo.
No.
So if you are talking nonsense, we'll let you know.
We will let you know. Let's get ready to let someone know. It's Alan Caddick.
Hi, Bob.
Hello, Alan.
Bit nervous about tomorrow.
Ooh, hang on a minute, let me guess. Tomorrow is Thursday. Is it Mufti Day?
No, I'm going somewhere special.
You're going to Dignitas?
Well, it is somewhere dignified.
Nando's?
No, it's not to eat calf.
He's not going to eat calf.
Somewhere dignified.
The library?
It's not a library.
Is it a church?
Yes.
Are you going to Dale Winton's memorial service?
Not Dale Winton.
Ed Doolan's memorial service?
Yeah, Ed Doolan.
Okay.
Why are you nervous? You're doing a reading?
No, because I'm going to be surrounded by all the people at WM that Ed worked with, and people when he was at BRB.
Yeah, if you see a woman with frizzy hair called Sarah, could you try and trip her up, please?
I'll probably be sitting at the back, knowing me.
Sitting at the back? That's disrespectful.
You mean they won't reserve you a place up the front?
No, it's first come, first serve, calf.
We'll get there first and come first.
In fact, what you're doing talking to us, you should be in a sleeping bag outside the church now.
Come first at the memorial service. It's the title of my autobiography.
Let's make a TV series out of that.
They could do, couldn't they?
Because I think it could be a classic, like Barbara Baines' Eyes. Barbara Baines. Barbara Baines. Barbara Baines. Sorry, I got lost in Barbara Baines' Eyes.
We've all been there. We just mustn't think about it. Well, Alan, that'll be.
I'll give a full report on Thursday night about it.
Please do, Alan. Please do. Thanks very much indeed. Good evening, Dan.
Hello.
Hello, Dan.
How are you, mate?
I'm a bit itchy, but I'm around my nipples.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, just
You've
below
been
my
shaving
nipples.
them?
No, I haven't actually, but that's next on my list.
I would just like to know.
Yes, Dan.
Just quickly, what is the better?
Hang on a minute. Sorry, I panicked then. Say that again. I'm a little bit trigger happy. Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses, or
I've changed my mind now. That song, right?
Take My Mind Out.
It's changed my mind.
No. No. I think I've changed my mind what song I want to play.
You were going to say Wake Me Up Before You Go.
Yes, but I've changed my mind.
Okay, too.
Sweet Child of Mine.
Yeah.
Or Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds if I had a gun.
Oh, for crying out loud. They're both pretty pony, but if you've got to pick one or the other, it's Sweet Child of Mine, of course.
But if you'd have left Wake Me Up Before You Go, we would have picked that.
It would have been Wake Me Up Before You Go.
Okay, how about this?
There we go. Yes.
The Beatles.
Yes.
All You Need Is Love.
Right, it's not one of their greatest.
Or
yes?
the Rolling Stones. Start Me Up.
That's a good one. Because I like the Beatles, I don't like the Stones, but
that's a good song.
All You Need Is Love.
Do you want to hear my Mick Jagger impression?
Always.
Of course I do, mate.
It's me. I Keith. Hey, have you got this great song, right? I've got this great song for you, right? It's really, really good, you know what I mean?
You know, you sound like Andy Goldstein.
What about Alan Brazil?
Yeah,
I want to hear Collymore. I know it's his most stand, Collymore. We'll call Collymore tonight. We've got this. We've got my mate Sam. All right, Sam. All right.
What is this? Dan's...
He's like a latter-day Mike Yarwood.
Dan's phoned up to do an audition piece for us. This is brilliant. I would have to say, All You Need Is Love.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Dan.
Have a very nice evening.
And you too, mate.
You just remember that message.
What a nice guy. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call.
So let me get this straight.
Yes.
Kadir is promising to phone us up.
Is what?
Promising to phone us up tomorrow and tell us about a memorial service for someone you don't know and I don't know.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's like my grandma's alive again.
You know, a presenter who used to work at BBC WM, and I never met the fella. I saw pictures of him on the wall, but I never met the fella. But a lot of people had, you know, he was there for years, and I think he was one of the good guys that was there for years, as opposed to Roy Plumley Brown. What's his name? What's the old guy?
Oh.
Now, when I started
Spenlove.
that's not bad. Now, when I first started here 25 years ago,
She couldn't answer the phone fast enough.
Richard Spenlove, who was one of the bad guys. But yeah, he's one of the good guys. Oh. So you know, well done. Good evening, Kadir.
You're right. I'll be somewhere special too soon.
Okay.
Not tomorrow, but on Saturday.
Okay.
I'll be in the capital working.
Okay.
Security, doing security at the wedding.
Right, the wedding isn't in the capital, mate. So that's unfortunate.
London. It's in London.
No, the wedding isn't in London, mate.
Well, there might be a wedding in London, but it's not the wedding.
Yeah, you've been sold a pup.
Where is the wedding?
Well, if you're doing security for it, then you should know.
I know, because I have to go to a car park in Smethwick and then they drive us down.
You're going to a car park where?
In Smethwick.
Smethwick. Yeah. The royal wedding isn't in London, but it's so top secret that I cannot tell you.
Right.
So good luck with that. I hope you have a great day.
Cheers, pal.
No worries, Kadir.
I'm actually a little bit worried about who he's meeting in a car park in Smethwick.
Is he the only person in this godforsaken country that doesn't know where the royal wedding is taking place?
Him and the bride's father.
Oh dear. That was strange, wasn't it? That was very strange.
What we've come to expect.
It is what we've come to expect, really. Well, there you go. That's a sixth of the show down. That's a bad sign. If I'm already counting the percentages, that's the fractions. That's a sixth of the show down, guys. Only another 5/6 to go. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Experience the unconventional.
Hello.
The unpredictable.
Don't you think that's a bit weird?
And the completely unorthodox.
It was my birthday.
With rule-free Iain Lee.
I was just trying to generate a bit of content.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Hate alarm clocks. Hate going to work.
On Talk Radio.
Do you want to hear something dirty?
Always.
About Admiral Nelson, Lord Admiral Nelson. An Australian family claim Lord Nelson had sex with his cabin boy, who was given a telescope as a reward. Audrey Byrne said it was handed to one of her ancestors by Captain Hardy on board HMS Victory. It will be sold at Hanson's Auctioneers in Derbyshire in July with an estimate value of £6,000 to £8,000. Valuer Jim Spencer said, this object is particularly iconic. Legend has it he deliberately put it to his blind eye when told to retreat. Audrey, 88, who lives in Queensland, said Lord Horatio Nelson may well have been called a paedophile today. A spokesman for the Nelson Museum in Great Yarmouth dismissed the story as rubbish. So there's a horny telescope up for sale. Outrageous behaviour. So guys, that's the first story I've pulled out of the papers. There is slim pickings today. Let me tell you that. There is very, very slim pickings today. So the phone calls are more important than per usual. Good evening, George.
Good evening, Wizard.
Good evening.
And your Enchantress.
Yes.
Thank you.
I loved your conversation with Niko.
Oh, mate, he's brilliant. Go and watch his videos, George. He's so funny. There's a touch of the Peter Cooks about the speed and the wit that he comes up with things. He's very funny.
Excellent. I'll tune in. Do you think you could get him to come and film a visit to Rainbow George?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not, because he's busy. He lives miles away. I don't know where he lives, and he's busy making his own things. But don't worry. We can film something.
Yeah, a visit to Rainbow George.
You can film stuff on mobile phones now, and it's as good as the stuff that goes on most of the satellite channels.
Yeah, but it's not Niko, and
I can't get you Niko. I've just spoken to him for 13 minutes on the telephone. I can't get you Niko.
You said you were going to give him your telephone number.
Yeah, I have.
You never gave me your telephone number.
No, I never said I was going to give you. Did I say?
I know you didn't.
Yeah, there we go. I'm a man of my word.
And you haven't replied to any of Barney Snow's emails. He told me I spoke to him tonight.
Barney's not sent me any emails.
He said he sent you a couple of emails.
I've not received an email from Barney's the fellow making the documentary about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not received an email from him.
Really?
And I was thinking, I swear to God, and I was thinking this just 2 days ago. I thought, that bloke hasn't emailed me. No, he hasn't emailed me.
I spoke to him tonight. He said he'd sent you a couple that you hadn't replied to.
Yeah, because I've not received them. He's sending them to the wrong address. You've got my email address. Make sure he's got the right one. I bet he's spelling Ian wrong.
Okay.
I bet he's spelling Ian wrong. He's not replied to me at all.
No.
He's not sent me an email at all. No.
Did you get to listen to my call to Dotton?
I didn't. You phoned up Dotton Adebayo on BBC London. I didn't.
Because I heard you talking about him last night.
What did you say to Dotton?
I said you gave him the big up.
Yeah.
And yes, we spoke nicely about you. I'm sure you can listen back to it.
I will do. What time did you call him?
That's a good question.
Oh.
It would have been about...
would have been after 3.
20 to 3, I think.
23. I was trying to play PlayStation at 20 to 3.
But it's all looking really exciting. It has its own momentum, Ian, and I'm just so happy to be connected to you.
Well, good. I've got your address.
And you got my email about what happened the other night when
You pulled a tape out at random to record something, and it was a phone call that you taped over.
No, I recorded over a bit of conversation with a girl who I couldn't remember who it was. I just fished out the tape and it just said Anne on it. So I recorded a radio call I did to Dotton over that, and then I let it run on to see what I'd recorded over. And it came to... the telephone rang and I answer it and I say, oh Wizard. Oh. And it was Peter Cook, and we were talking about an article that had appeared in the Star newspaper that day.
Oh, you had the sex party perverts.
Captain Kinky, and I was supposed to be this Captain Kinky, and I discovered this telephone conversation with Peter, and you can only hear me speaking, but it's very, very funny talking about the article and what we were going to do about it. And eventually, I mean, I tried to sued the Star for a lot of money over that article, but it never actually came to me getting any money out of them, mainly because Peter didn't lend me £1,000 to pay a solicitor to carry on doing what he was doing.
Here we go. We've been saying for ages we're going to come and do a podcast, and this is what I do, George. Is I come up with ideas, and then once I've had the idea, I hate kind of following it through. So, Katherine, have you got your diary there?
Yes.
George, have you got your mental diary there?
Yeah.
Right. How about I'm going to say next Wednesday, the 23rd.
The 23rd is a terrific date to pick because I live at flat 23.
There we go. But hang on a minute, hang on a minute. The cosmic consciousness and numerology to one side. Katherine and I both have childcare responsibilities. I was thinking about 3 o'clock, Katherine, on the Wednesday the 23rd. Well, how does that work for you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Brilliant.
I can make it work.
3 p.m, Wednesday the 23rd, we're going to come and interview you and record it, and we'll get some of your tapes. You pick a few tapes out, and then we'll take them away, if that's all right. We'll digitise them, and we'll make some podcasts. How about that?
That'd be brilliant. I'm gonna try and find the first tapes we ever did together. When would that have been at LBC? When you were...
We only spoke once or twice at LBC,
Yeah,
and I don't think we got on. But that would have been about 10 years ago. I couldn't be any more specific than that.
Yeah, and I'd love to find those couple of calls. Maybe they might be amusing to listen back to. But yeah, brilliant. So 23rd of June. At 3 p.m. kick-off.
Yep, it's happening. It's happening, man. It's totally happening.
Brilliant.
We're going to make this podcast. I'm inspired by Niko. I've been inspired, and we need to make more stuff and do more stuff and stuff. So, yeah, George, it's happening.
Give Niko my telephone number.
No, I will do no such thing.
Why not?
Because I don't think he's going to be interested
in
a soothsayer.
Yeah, no, yes, he would be. He really would. He'd become part of... the film we're making anyway.
Okay. All right. George, listen, we'll see you next week.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you, mate. Speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. There we go. That's happening now. It's in the diary.
Mm-hmm.
I've lost the lid for this. Can I have the lid off one of your Muji pens, please? Otherwise, this will go dry. Okay.
What?
So, yeah. So that's happening. I keep thinking I need to do something, and seeing Niko, his videos made me and I've kind of run out of steam a bit. Partly because I'm just busy with this, partly because I've come off the meds and I'm not sleeping very well, partly just because I'm living in limbo and in this bedsit that I've been in for a long time. And hopefully, the end is in sight. I'm hoping in 3 months' time I'm going to be in a house that's going to have like a garage that I'm going to turn into a studio, TV studio. It's going to have a green screen and a tripod. It's a TV studio these days, and a studio to record stuff. And I want to make stuff, but just being inside, but living in a room, right, where you've got this bed, a desk that I never use, TV, cooker and a sink and a shower and a toilet. It's hard to be inspired in there. Saying that, I want to do very soon Lights Out Part 3, another Iain Lee Sleeps, okay? But I want to do it with an infrared camera. So that I'm there, you can see me, and it's like, but then when I turn the lights out, it's that goes all like green.
Right. So it's not, because you felt last time, although you were happy with the results, you felt like it was a little bit artificial because you had to keep the light on.
And I couldn't sleep very well with the light on. Couldn't sleep. So it wasn't as true as it could have been. So what I'm trying to find, it's really hard to find, and I'm going to have to do it through my computer. You'd think there'd be like an app or an adapter you could put onto an iPhone to make it infrared. But there isn't. So I'm trying to find an infrared. There isn't. So I'm trying to find an infrared camera that you can plug into a Mac and that I can use, but quite a high quality camera, but cheap.
Isn't there, there used to be a Spy Shop.
Spy Shop, apparently you can get like cheap ones for like about 30 quid. So I want to get a cheap one to try it and make sure it works. I don't want to go, all in 150 quid or something. So I just want a cheap one. But I'm really struggling to find something that will stream live pictures and isn't a security. They're all security cameras. I suppose maybe it's a security camera I need then. I just don't know, guys. I just don't know. But I do know that I want to continue providing you middle range to low quality entertainment for as long as I possibly can. 0344 499 1000. Mick and Sam, stay there. This is Talk Radio.
The late night lip service for lovers, loners, and lounge lizards.
Well, where exactly is your accent from?
The late night alternative with Iain Lee.
I've forgotten your name already, excuse me.
On Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Apparently we said to George thinks we're going on the 23rd of June. So, if someone could tell him that that's not the case, that we're going next week. It's never going to be easy, is it? Let's go to Mick. Good evening, Mick.
You all right, Ian? How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, Mick. How are you?
I'm good. To be honest, I've only just tuned in.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So I don't know what the topics are about.
Israel. We're talking about Israel tonight.
Oh, well, fine.
Okay, but what would you like to talk about? Maybe we can... I'm jokes. Me joking too. Go on.
But I was just going to phone up about... how about this on an off topic?
Yeah.
Right. I have in a situation where my mum died when I was 12.
Right. I'm sorry to hear that, yeah.
Right. And then I've got four other siblings.
Yeah.
Right. Two are older, two are younger.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle. You know, that middle sibling syndrome.
Yeah.
Right. Now, the younger ones, too young to understand. The older ones, old enough to understand.
Old enough to know better.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And, they had the best of what they can have at the time. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Now, when someone, how do you put this? When the father promises the one in the middle who does all the work for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. A bit of I'll help you out, I'll do this for a bit for you. Yeah? Like he done for the two older ones.
Right.
Mortgage-wise, blah, blah, blah. This day and age, hard. I don't want to be rude, because like I say, it sounds like I'm being mean against my mum. Saying, I deserve it. I don't want to be one of them millennials. You know what I mean?
Mick, let me ask you something, because I'm struggling to follow this a little bit. It's not your fault. I think it's my fault. So you say your mum passed away when you were 12. How old are you now?
35.
Okay, so it was a while ago.
Yeah.
And is your dad still...
The house has just finally been sold.
Right, and is your dad still alive, or is he dead?
Yeah, he's still alive.
And he said what? That he's going to sort you out?
He made me do all the work in the house. No one else done any work.
Right.
I'm the builder.
Right, okay.
I'm the decorator. I'm the extension maker.
Yeah.
I'm the loft maker. Yeah?
Yeah.
And
you're
everyone
the
else
heartbreaker.
Fudgel.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Lived in the property as well.
Yeah.
Whilst I was doing it.
Yeah.
And I moved in there one time for a week and a half, and my older brother, who was living there, he had his own room, made it like not to be rude, like the corner shop.
Okay.
Like
what, like a little till and stuff?
Yeah, I'm telling you, he had shelves. He had, fridge. I'm telling you, he had his own cooker unit.
Was he selling fabs?
No, if he did, he would make a bucket load.
Yeah.
You know
He
what I
said
mean?
bucket.
But the thing is, he didn't like people. He doesn't like... He still doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can Google him on, YouTube.
Yeah.
He did a Doctor Who thing.
Okay, all right. So hang on, so what's the situation? So the house has been sold, and what, you're not getting any of the money?
Oh no! My dad had he's had issues. He had a heart attack. He had a stroke. He said he's not all there.
Right.
I'm fine with that. The family wise, do you know what I mean? Blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah. Yada yada.
Yeah. I'm just there's no I'm looked at as if still the outsider, even though I've done all the work.
Right.
Everyone else is happy. He sold his place.
Yeah.
Made the top money.
Top money too. Yeah.
And then he's I'm happy with him going to the other place. But why aren't I getting the accolade from everyone else for doing what I did.
When you say accolade, are you saying you want money off your dad, or you want your brother, your siblings to say, well done, mate, that was good
My
job?
older brother beat me up. I had 3 children in the house at one time. At the house, I was doing up.
Right.
That week and a half, I said I was staying there.
Yeah.
Right. He actually, I'm sitting outside. I'll be honest, I was having a doob and a beer.
Okay.
In the garden.
Cheeky little
He's
Jay.
come back. He's come back. Yeah, just kicking it back. You know what I mean? Everyone's chilled out. Everyone covers. He walks in, didn't like the reason. I don't know why. There was no explanation, but he kicked off. We had a ruck. I eventually lost. I'm a younger brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. But I did lose.
And do you get on with any of your... Are they all brothers, or have you got sisters as well?
No, I've got 3 sisters and 1 brother.
Right. Do you get on with any of them?
Yeah.
Well, then, can you not just ignore the ones that you don't get on with?
No, because they're all interlocked. Like, the brothers disconnected, but the sisters...
Yeah.
They're the ones that I worry about and I care about, and I don't get any appreciation from looking after them.
You don't get any appreciation from them?
No.
Well, that sounds like that's unlikely to change, unless there are a couple of things that happen. One is you say to them, "Look, I'm just feeling a little bit unloved," and
if I say something like that, I get put upon as if I'm aggressive.
Well, do you say
even confronting?
Well, do you say? Well, it depends how you say it, doesn't it?
No, because I've been crying. I'm a big bloke, right?
Yeah.
And even if I cried, they're one of them. They
think that's aggressive.
They go, yeah, no. They sit there and say, yeah, that's great, yeah. Then the next day, ignored. You know, they'll accept it for that night.
So you've had this conversation that you're having with me. You've had that with your sisters, where you say you feel unloved and underappreciated.
Yeah, I have at least once or twice. Yeah, and still don't get it, even though I've done all I can for them, and they still ask me for stuff. Now, what do you do? What do you do in that situation?
You say no.
Yeah, but your family.
You say no.
Really?
Yeah, you've got to set boundaries, and if you feel like they are taking advantage of you, no,
not in a way like it's emotional value.
Yeah, but that's still taking. If you're not getting the respect or the love or
no, I get respect all the time when they like 9 times out of 10, but when it comes down to emotional value.
Yeah, well, if you're not getting that, then. And you feel that you deserve that for what you're doing for them, then you're allowed to tell them no.
But I've told them that before.
Well,
what do you do then?
Well, then you stand by it. There's no point in going no, and then the next day going.
You do that. You leave it, and then they imagine your sister asking you for help.
Yeah.
And you still say no.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
Well,
that's wrong. My mum wouldn't let me do that.
Right. Well, is it wrong if they're not emotionally fulfilling the role you think
my sister?
Well, then you're going to get taken for a mug all the time. Then.
No, but there's boundaries. Like for a certain, I wouldn't give them like £1,000.
No.
What I'm saying is, it's all emotional. You know, it doesn't mean you don't know when you're getting dragged into it. You don't know how it's going to happen.
Well, you either have to carry on doing the stuff and feeling undervalued, or you have to stop doing the stuff. Those are the 2 options. Those are the 2 options. I would suggest you need to, if everything you've said is true, then you should stop doing the stuff. And if they ask why...
I'm not doing any stuff myself.
You're not doing anything for yourself?
No, I'm saying stuff.
Right.
I didn't know what you meant with stuff-wise. It could be 11 o'clock, so it's
I'm not talking about drugs.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about drugs. I'm talking about stuff for them. I'm talking about the things they ask you to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You either do it and you carry this resentment around that you've got, or you stop doing it and try and, build yourself back up.
No, but the resentment is from when my mum died, I think.
Well, but there's a.
And then how do you deal with that?
Well, man, I wouldn't know how. I've got no idea how young people deal with that at the age of 12. I couldn't even begin to imagine. And you're right, there probably is a resentment there, but it also sounds like you've got a resentment around your sisters because they are not giving you what you feel you deserve in terms of emotional support.
True, probably true.
That's what it sounds like, and. It sounds like you need to protect yourself. I'd stay away from the other brother who's a scumbag.
Oh, well, we have done. Good. Yeah, we have done. Like, he's never seen my youngest. He's 10 years old, 11 years old. You know what I mean? So, this is a while back.
Yeah, all right.
No, my brother was the best. But, like...
Till he kicked you in?
No, but he's got issues.
Right. Well, it doesn't excuse violence, does it?
No. I mean, you remember in the 90s, it's all about like the pills and like like coke and ecstasy, like literally.
Yeah.
Well, that's what pills were, obviously. Yeah. So, yeah, he went through that, and what's her name?
Well, don't mention any names.
The model.
Don't mention any. Don't what?
Her brother went there.
Okay, well, I don't want to know. I don't want to. No, Mick, shut up. Mick, will you shut up?
Yeah.
You've already mentioned. You've already mentioned the name of the school, and I've dumped that. So I don't want to know. I don't want any names, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want any names.
Yeah, but it used to be literally like to get into the gang, you had to have the Doc Martens on, yeah, and then walk into a barn, and then boom. Like, there'd be 15 people. If you can last the kicking for 5 minutes, you're in a gang. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone in the Doc Martin group.
Well, it sounds like you've had a tough old life, Mick.
No, that wasn't me. That was my brother.
Well, your brother sounds like he's had a tough old life.
I got it through there.
Okay.
Being 5 years younger.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
Well, there's still no excuse for it, mate.
No, all right, cool. Ian.
Yes?
Love you. Love your show.
I love you too, Mick.
Kath. And also...
Yes?
Thanks for your help.
It's a pleasure, man. Give us a call any time.
I'm grateful, but like also, anytime you need a chat, you can call me.
Do you know what? That is one of the kindest, most generous offers that I've had from a caller in years.
Really?
I probably won't, Mick. I probably won't.
No,
but
I know you won't.
I'm touched.
You genuinely won't, but...
No, I'm genuinely I'm genuinely touched that you suggested that, mate. Thank you. That means a lot.
No, if you actually, find out about me, which normally people Google about me, because, I'll download, but I am a really nice bloke.
I'm sure you are. You sound like a nice bloke.
Yeah, because what's happened to me, I like to spread the, healing.
The weed.
That especially.
Mick, nice to talk to you, mate. Thanks a lot.
No, I'll let Stella as well.
All right. You're a naughty man. Nick, thanks for calling, Mick.
No worries, mate.
Bye-bye. What a nice bloke. What a mess. But what a nice bloke. That's the nicest... What a lovely offer. I'm sure... I don't know if he'll remember it in the morning, but what a lovely offer to make. Imagine if, next week I'm having a tough old time. Mick gets a phone call, yeah? Hello, mate. It's Iain Lee. You said I could call.
3 in the morning.
You said I could call, mate. I'm struggling to hold it together. Families, huh? Who'd have thought it? Sam, stay there. We'll come to you after the news if that's okay. 1 hour down. So we are a third of the way through the show now. I think it's going to be a nice, relaxed vibe this evening. I'm feeling a nice, relaxed, midweek kind of vibe. You can give us a call about anything you want. 0344 499 1000. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. We've had a few people calling in on Skype, and I can see people on YouTube are talking about Skype and stuff. No, it's a real faff. So no, and I might set up my computer to do Skype again at some point down the line. We had to stop because we just had some idiots that abused it. So we might do that at some point. But no, it's a phone-in show. At the moment, Skype is not an option. Just it means Kath has to go out and check stuff, and Sam has to keep an eye on a line, and it's all a little bit complicated. So, if you want to call in, 0344 499 1000. Cost you pennies at the most. You'll be on the phone for about 30, 45 seconds. Sam takes your number, calls you straight back. I'm Iain Lee. She's Katherine Boyle. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Buckingham is the greatest mystery in rock. I mean, he wrote some of the best songs for Fleetwood Mac, some of the best songs ever, I would say. He also, when he produced Christine McVie's songs, they were better. They were lifted from, kind of blandness into, what was... Hang on a minute. There's a dog. So Go Your Own Way was written by him.
Yeah.
About Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, and she wrote Dreams.
Dreams. Him. I always found Stevie Nicks' songs the weak links.
Oh, no, I like Stevie's songs.
I found them the weak links.
What about Silver Springs? That's beautiful.
I find it...
What?
I find it dull.
No.
I find it dull. So Go Your Own Way. What was the other big hit from Rumours that Christine McVie wrote? That Bill Clinton used? Don't Stop, right? And that's an okay song. But
gets on my nerves. I've heard it too many times.
Well, no, it's an okay song in itself, but it was Buckingham's production of it and the genius suggestion of him saying to her, "We should alternate lines in this," and she was peed off about that. But it works brilliant, right? Because their voices sound quite similar. But all of his solo albums, without fail, because I tried loads of them, all of his solo albums suck a fat one. They are terrible because he didn't want to write pop masterpieces. He wanted to be the avant-garde, new wave. Oh, terrible stuff.
Yeah, he was like lying in bell jars and singing in them, wasn't he? He wanted to sound different.
Cocaine and arrogance. Well,
I wonder whether the solo projects are the ones where he's allowed to run wild.
No, solo projects. The record companies wanted him to. No, he ran wild on Tusk. He ran wild with the.
Yeah, but didn't he have to? No, he didn't really, did he? He didn't compromise.
No, he didn't compromise on Tusk.
Just wondering whether he's cack when he's allowed to do his own thing.
He's just cack.
Oh.
Let's go to Sam. Good evening, Sam.
Hi there.
Hello, Sam.
Hi, I've been waiting a little while, so I wondered if I could ask your opinion on a few things.
You certainly can, Sam.
What's your favourite kind of cheese?
I'm not prepared to divulge that information.
Why?
It's personal.
Are you ashamed of your own opinion?
I'm not ashamed of my opinion. No, it's just something I don't wish to share with someone who's being a bit arsey. Yes.
What's your favourite Nordic capital?
Again, that's classified information. You're asking some very deep personal questions here, Sam.
Okay, I personally quite like Oslo. I like the food there. It's quite rustic.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I'm going to London for the
I've got a feeling that you're doing a really high frequency joke that I can't hear, and but that you and your two mates are finding hilarious.
No, I'm very serious. I spent 27 minutes waiting for this call. I'm completely ready to bullshit. So,
well, then I tell you what. Here's a suggestion. Get rid of the attitude and talk to me instead of asking me stupid questions. How about that?
Okay. What's one of your favourite hobbies?
Thanks for calling, Sam. I mean, jeez. He hasn't waited that long, and he wasted it.
And tough. People wait. We phoned you back.
Ay. Oh, dear. Good evening, Lauren.
Hello there.
Hello, Lauren. Nope. What you got?
How are you doing?
That question is banned.
Well, okay then. I just thought I'd ring in and say hello from YouTube.
Hello from YouTube.
I wanted to thank you, actually.
Oh, here we go. She might send us money, Cass. Yes, Lauren. What would you like to thank us for?
Helping me talk about my mental health a bit better, actually.
Oh, there we go. That's it's not money, Kath.
Here's that one person you helped.
Put down the holiday brochures. It's not happening. It's not happening on this one. Never mind.
You can have some chocolate coins if you like.
No, we're both trying to lose weight, and I'll be honest. Since Saturday, I've done really badly with the diet. Really bad. Where are we? Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I've done badly.
You know what that means? No burger on Friday.
No, it's no. Oh, not having a burger on Friday. Can't have a burger on Friday.
Which is cruel to me because I've been good.
Go and have a burger if you want. I've been lousy. I can't do it this week. Maybe next week.
Lauren, I'm starving.
No, you're not starving.
I am.
I've given up dieting.
Well,
I might do that
I tried
next.
to go for a run, and I got so many cat calls calling me fat. I'm probably not doing it again.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, that's awful. Secondly, don't go for a run. I mean, no, that doesn't do anyone any good. It's bad for your knees. It's bad for running is bad for your health.
Put your headphones on. Go for a long walk.
A long, speedy walk is the thing.
I will try that. Right. Fingers crossed.
That's what I've been doing. I've been doing that, trying to get 10,000 steps. Where did we come up with the figure that 10,000 steps is what mankind has to do?
It seems a suspiciously round number.
Yeah, doesn't it? 10,000.
It's just a round number that someone came up with.
Well, yeah, I suppose so. It doesn't necessarily help. Anyway, go on. We were interrupting you. What you called in? Yes. Hello, Lauren. Good evening. Welcome to the show. Yes.
Sorry, I only called into the Mo show before. So this is my first proper call.
Oh, you've never phoned this show then? No, you've only phoned the Mo show.
The second-rate show.
Yeah, yes. I couldn't argue with those statistics. So go on. We helped you talk.
Yeah, well, it can be quite hard to admit to people that you have an issue sometimes, but it's a lot easier to talk about it when you've got someone like you who talks about it and is so open with stuff, and you're a parent like me. It makes it a lot easier.
You're very kind. Thank you very much. I say too much, and then there's this documentary going out tomorrow on Channel 5, which I have mixed feelings about. I'm in it, and I know that because I've seen the trailer. They've cut loads of shots of me walking slowly down the street, looking up at the sky, looking down at the floor, because I'm depressed and all of that. And I just think, already I'm getting flack because of some of the things I said in it, and it's taken on a life of its own. And I'm just thinking, oh God.
Yeah, but that's nothing to do with you. That's the thing.
I know.
Let it go.
No. But I can't let it go. I can't let it go because the papers are making their own things out of it, and that's fine. But it's how that makes me feel. That makes me feel guilty. It makes me feel ashamed. That makes me feel pissed off. It makes me feel angry. So you can't say, just saying, oh, let it go. Doesn't work like that. I can't let it go because it's people. I can't let it go. It's there. And it's really,
I
really
hate
annoying
the
me.
name of what I suffer from. They've just changed the name to something even worse.
Oh, no.
And when you tell people what you suffer from, they look at you and it's it's pretty terrible. Even my own family just look at me.
So why have they changed the name? Did they not have like a poll like Boaty McBoatface and stuff? You could have voted for Nutty McNutnuts, or I don't know, but just something. Did you not have a vote?
Nutty McNutnuts.
That was it, yeah.
I suffer from what they were calling borderline personality disorder.
Okay.
Which is a bit of an umbrella one.
It means you can't go.
So everyone thinks you're just on the borderline, so you'll get better.
Yeah.
And they changed it to emotionally unstable personality disorder, which
that
just
sounds dangerous.
makes me look terrible.
That's like, if I heard that, I'd be thinking, hide the scissors. This is going to be... That's not a great phrase. Well, it will be better. Lauren, well, thanks very much for coming to the doctors. I've got some bad news. We've got the test results back, and it turns out you're Nutty McNutnuts. That would be better, wouldn't it?
That would be brilliant. At least you could explain it to people and they'd laugh at you rather than look at you as if you're emotionally unstable, which it just means I get a bit anxious and nervous in certain situations, like calling a radio show.
Oh, this is a ridiculous thing, to call a radio show. I mean, it's a stupid thing. Stupid thing. Life sucks sometimes, doesn't it? Life can be great. Life can be beautiful and brilliant and stuff, but it doesn't have to suck a lot. I reckon it sucks 60% to the 40% that's good.
No, I try and be positive.
No.
I've got my little boy, so you try and be positive and watch some guy on YouTube play video games and yell at him when he puts the bread in the cat litter.
I've just told someone to F off on YouTube. The internet, honestly, I mean, people are just... people.
Well, as of yesterday, I'll ban them if you like.
Say that again.
As of yesterday, I'll ban them for you if you like.
Lauren's one of the mods. Lauren got promoted. Hey, well, listen, I'm glad that in some tiny way, this silly little cult show that hardly anyone listens to, that's on late at night on a radio station that's only on DAB, that doesn't cover the entire country, and there's been absolutely zero advertising for, I'm glad that that's helped.
You've helped me so much, so I wanted to say thank you.
Hey, nice one, Lauren. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Ta-ta.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
Moonlit musings from mums, madams, and meat packers.
Oh, never mind, I must have misheard.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
The station's brilliant.
On Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You'd be very, very welcome to. For the first time this evening, the switchboard is empty, guys. The switchboard is absolutely empty. Okay. So you can give us a call about absolutely anything you want. 0344 499 1000 is the old telephone number. You can text and tweet and all that, but I can't be bothered. A chimpanzee's bed is cleaner than a teenager's, scientists have discovered. The apes build hygienic tree nests out of fresh branches and leaves each night. Well, they're making a new bed every single night. A new bed every single night!
So that means it's cleaner than any human being's bed.
I was looking at beds tonight. In case I move and have to buy a bed. And of course I was looking at John Lewis because I'm posh. But flipping they're expensive. Like, if you want to get like a nice wooden base, and it's got to be super king size, because I'm a tall man. So it's got to be super king. It's like 800 quid. But then the mattress is like 1,200 quid. And they go, well, you do spend a third of your life in bed. Yeah, I know, but I'm asleep. You should really invest in an expensive bed because you spend a third of your life. Yeah, I spend a third of my life in it asleep. I want to be asleep. I don't want to spend $2,500 on a bed. I'm going to be asleep in it.
No, I think it's priority numero uno. I'd rather have a really good bed than a telly.
Well, I've got a telly.
Well, then you can buy the good bed.
I've got to buy a sofa. I'd rather have a good sofa than a good bed.
Would you?
Yeah, of course I would.
I'd still go bed.
Well, okay, you go bed, I go sofa. You still got... No, I would have a good sofa. And here is the why, okay?
Because you can sleep on the sofa.
Thank you very much indeed. You can have a good old kip on the sofa.
You can watch telly in the bed.
No tellies in the bedroom. No tellies in the bedroom.
Have the bed in the living room.
No, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous suggestion. They contain fewer dirty bacteria shed by skin than the unchanged sheets of their adolescent human relatives. How often do you change your sheets?
Not nearly enough.
Well, how often is that? You dirty cow. A month. Longer than a month?
I don't know. Probably a month.
6 weeks?
No, not 6 weeks.
5 weeks?
Might be 5 weeks.
You dirty...
It depends, though. If it's been a particularly sweaty one.
Sam... Sweaty what? Bunk up?
No!
Sam's a teenager. Let's ask... Sam's about 15.
Yeah, but he lives with his mum.
Sam, how often do your sheets get changed by the staff?
Every other week.
Every other week.
By the
That's
staff.
still,
Wait
that's
till you
still
do it yourself.
dirty. You should do it every week. Every week. At worst, I'll do it every other week.
Really?
Yeah.
Gosh.
But every week. Every week. Otherwise, it's filled with hair, dead skin, semen.
Oh, God. What are they doing in there?
I run a mission. I'm on a mission. I'm on a semen mission. It's.
Do you know what semen means in Spanish?
Well, I don't know what semen is. We're talking about semen.
Yeah, no, it's spelt the same.
Well, we'd say
Seed.
Huh?
Seed. It's a seed.
Right.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Anyway, carry on.
Okay. Well, so hang on a minute. Emma's just tweeted me. I'm not saying you have a boring voice, but hearing you on talk radio is working wonders for sending me off to sleep. You could be my insomnia cure. I think she's being kind.
I think she's trying to be kind, but it's a little bit rude.
I'm gonna let's investigate this. Let's investigate Emma Kate. Let's find out a little bit about Emma Kate because we can do that. Oh, she's just started following me. She loves family time. Isn't it funny that someone can say to you something? She loves family time, a good book, and baking. Oh, she's an early years teacher. I'm not going to have a go at teacher. No, I think she likes it. I think she likes it. She's just started following me.
Maybe she just started following you so she could troll you.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
That happens too.
Yeah.
Not generally early years teachers, but, that could be a cunning disguise.
Yeah. You've got to respect the teachers.
Yeah.
You've got.
Well, not all of them.
No, not the shonky ones, obviously, but most teachers are good people. And they went into it for the right reasons.
The default position is respect.
Yeah.
Until demanded otherwise.
Emma Kate, I'm assuming Kate isn't your surname. That would be strange. What do we call you, Miss? What do we call her, Miss Kate? We'll call you Miss Kate until. Oh, hang on a minute. She's a writer as well. Is there a name? I like this. I like this teacher. I bet she's an excellent teacher. And she's my favourite teacher.
Although if she's teaching little kids tomorrow, she's going to be very cranky if she doesn't go to sleep soon.
She's got insomnia. She's saying she's got insomnia. This is a sick woman who's desperate for our help. That's like shadows coming. She's a sick woman desperate for our help. So we need to help get Miss Kate to sleep somehow. Let's see if we can find. Let's see if we can find some kind of sleep sounds on YouTube. Here we go. Sleep sounds. Here we go. This will help you, Miss Kate. This will help you. Here we go. Hang on. There we go. Let's get to the beginning. Here we go. That should do it.
She might need a wee now.
That should send her off. Let's go to High Wycombe, home of the hits. High Wycombe. It's Gary.
Chairs is what High Wycombe is famous for.
Is it really?
Yeah, furniture.
Oh, Gary, have you got a chair?
I've got chairs. Yeah.
Told you.
Well, there you go. Bang on.
Yeah.
What you got for us, Gary? Chairs?
Is Katherine there?
Yeah.
That was me talking.
Hello, Katherine.
Hello, Gary.
Do you want her to go, or do you want to talk to her?
I'll talk to her. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Hello, Katherine. How are you?
I'm all right. What's on your mind, Gary?
Nothing's on my mind. I was just about to go back upstairs to bed, but I was switched on the radio as I was brushing my teeth.
Yeah.
And I heard two things. Number one,
how often do you change your sheets?
Oh, no.
Oh, Gary! Come on, mate, let's have it!
Hang on, I was talking to Katherine.
Yeah, please pipe down. This is between...
I'm so sorry, sir!
This is between us two.
I like this guy.
And number 2, you're talking about teachers.
Yes.
Why is that? Why are you talking about teachers?
Does there have to be a reason?
No, it doesn't have to be. Well, there's a reason, because my wife is called Katherine and she's a teacher.
Oh. Okay.
So I was wondering why you were talking about teachers.
We're talking about teachers because Ian's just been followed by a woman on Twitter and it turns out she's a teacher.
I heard that, yeah. So.
Well, then why are you asking me why?
I thought the subject was teachers. So
You can talk about teachers. Oh, so your contribution was, I'm married to one.
No, I'm married to one and she's called Katherine as well.
Oh, handy.
But she doesn't call herself Katherine.
Oh. What does she call herself? The boss?
No. What does she call herself?
I don't know. What does she call herself?
Does everybody call you Katherine?
No.
So what do other people call you?
Depends who they are.
Right, okay. Well...
I'll tell you something. No one, apart from people who listen on the radio, call me Kath.
Oh, my wife's called Kath.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Well, that's...
Does your wife know you're talking to another Katherine while she's up in bed waiting for you?
I'm not talking to you, Ian. I'm talking to Katherine.
Pipe down.
Yeah, see, why he seems to think it's his own show, doesn't he?
He thinks he runs the place.
I know,
I'm
it's
glad
annoying,
you've
isn't it?
noticed that, because
I know, yeah.
I've been noticing it more and more.
Yeah.
Throwing his weight about and...
Yeah. Why don't people realise the producer is in control?
I can't imagine why they don't realise that.
Works like that on the film, works like on the radio.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's an
exactly.
outrageous cheek this man's got.
I know. Well, I appears to be so, yes.
So, are you a crest man, or are you working with something a little bit more elaborate, teeth-wise?
Sorry?
What are you brushing your teeth with these days, Gary?
Oh, no, I'll tell you what I did. Funny.
You took them out and gave them a wash.
This is a bizarre question. Funny you've asked me that question.
Go on.
I have a 6-month dentist appointment, okay? So 6 months ago, the dentist said, you have to...
Don't cry.
But it's funny you've asked me this, because the dentist said, right, your teeth are fine, but what you need to do is brush them in a circular motion.
Yeah.
So I tried to do that, and I found it impossible to do.
Oh.
So then I went into my local high street chemist.
What an idiot.
And said, look, this is what my dentist said. And they said, well, I looked at your range of electric toothbrushes, and they go from, like, 5...
Boring man.
Well, yeah, it did
What
descend
a boring man. Flipping it, Gary.
I bet he changes his sheets every day.
I bet he has to.
Oh, God!
I don't know what that means.
I think I do.
That conjures up some horrific images. They keep changing the rules on toothbrushing directions.
I think it's been circular for a while. Because otherwise, you're pushing your gums up.
No, it's not been up and down for a while.
Yeah.
But there was something else in between up and down.
What, a cross?
No, there was something else. There was something else in between.
What, like an S?
One of the most exciting things I had when I used to go to the dentist a lot because my teeth were messed up, man. But did you ever get those to show how bad you are at brushing your teeth? You suck
disclosing tablets.
Yeah, the little red tablet, and it shows where all the gunk is in your mouth.
Yeah.
Well, that's dentists for you. Thanks for bringing that up, Gary. Really appreciate it, mate. Very, very kind of you. Dear God. This is the late night alternative on Talk Radio.
The radio show that knows truth is always stranger than fiction.
Week Monday, I get shoes.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee.
Because they're too real to be part of my imagination.
On Talk Radio.
03444991000. So we're talking about monkeys. No, we're not. We're talking about chimpanzees. They are monkeys. Who
No,
cares?
they're not. No, 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 they're not.
Don't give me that. Who cares? They're monkeys, right?
They've got no tails. They're apes.
I couldn't give a shit. They're monkeys. They're monkeys. If it looks like a monkey, it walks like a monkey, it's a monkey. They're all
Unless
monkeys.
Unless it's a chimp.
Gorillas are monkeys. Orangutans are monkeys. Apes they're all monkeys.
You know what you've just done?
They're all monkeys.
You've blown your chance of replacing Attenborough when he eventually pops his clogs.
He's going to be around forever. I'm going to get rid of that bloke.
You know we cursed the other day? Dharma.
Yeah?
No, Nielsen.
Thank you. Chimps put most people to shame. Researchers collected swabs from 41 nests in Tanzania. They had a much greater variety of bugs than human beds, to be expected in African jungles, but the US study found no more than a handful of fleas and lice. And the nests were far less likely to harbour bacteria left by the occupants' own bodies than our beds. Team leader Megan Thomas said, "We found almost none of those microbes in the chimpanzee's nest, which was a little surprising. About 35%, listen to this, you dirty, dirty human beings out there, about 35% of bacteria in human beds stem from our own bodies." And she added, "We wanted to know how this compares with our closest evolutionary relatives, the chimpanzees, which are monkeys, and they make their own beds daily."
She never said that.
Yeah, she did, actually. She said they all look like monkeys.
But starting at the beginning,
Yeah.
he said they had loads more bugs in there. They've made some serious allowances for those guys.
Ms. Thomas, a PhD student at North Carolina State University, added, "This work really highlights the role that scientists play in wasting everybody's flipping time." Stupid story. Boring, stupid story. And that's it. All the stories in the papers today are rubbish. Oh, you seen Anne Frank?
Yeah, apparently she had a little filthy section. in there.
Dirty. No wonder she was hiding. Jokes.
Oh, no.
Jokes. Was it Harry Hill that did an Anne Frank joke?
Did he?
Who was it? There was a comedian in the 90s who did an Anne Frank joke. I thought it was Harry Hill. I'm trying to remember it. Not to shock anyone. I'm just trying to remember. And I think it was someone like Harry. It was someone you wouldn't expect it from. What was it? So it was something along the lines of, and someone listening to this will know it better. What was the one birthday present that Anne Frank's parents got her that they really regretted? A drum kit.
Oh, God.
And
I remember that. Was it Harry Hill?
I don't know. You never know with Harry Hill which way it's going to go. Someone did it. Anne Frank wrote 2 pages of dirty jokes and comments about sex in her diary, researchers have discovered. The Jewish teenager who hid from the Nazis. Have you found out who did that joke?
No.
Oh.
It's a really old joke, apparently.
No. During World War II, covered the
David
pages...
Mitchell.
No, it's been done by someone else. That's not where I heard it from. The Jewish teenager who hid from the Nazis during World War II covered the pages with brown masking paper. Now the entries have been revealed for the first time using high-resolution photography. And then 13 wrote 4 rude jokes and candid views of sex, contraception and prostitution. It's amazing, isn't it, that things... when was that? 70 years ago? 80 years ago, coming up to... that things that old can still reveal things. It's like they scan like famous artists' pictures, and there'll be a different picture underneath it they've done in pencil, then they've just painted over it with something else. It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. I think it's incredible they do that. Researcher Frank Van Vree said anyone who reads the passages that have now been discovered will be unable to suppress a smile. Well, I probably could.
That sounds like a challenge.
Yeah, probably. I could probably read it and go, "Oh, that's charming." Here we go. Here's how to do the royal wedding on. Hang on a second. The royal wedding, of course, this Saturday. Not in London. Kadir, who's supposed to be one of the security men to it. Flipping it. And also, I don't think they're just going to be like hiring out casual labour as security.
You've done a bit of bouncing.
Yeah.
I've got a job for you.
Yeah, I don't think it works quite like that, mate. I think you've been sold a pup there.
Unless he's a marshal.
But even then, why in London? It's set to be one of the biggest events of the year. But you do not need to be royally minted to celebrate the royal wedding. I'm going to be at a retro video games event in Birmingham or Walsall. That's where I'm going to be on Saturday, talking about video games and playing video games, and then and I'm staying there overnight because it's 2 days, and everyone, Paul Davis, who's contributed to the show occasionally, is kind of the one that's invited me, and then he sent me an email, and he should know better, saying, well, in the evening we're all going to go out for a meal and stuff. So and I'm just thinking,
enjoy yourselves.
I'm thinking, I don't want to do that. Or can I not just sit in my hotel room and read a book? And it'll be nice people, isn't it, Mr. Biffo, and all these nice people going. But I don't really want to.
You don't do mingling, do you?
I don't really want it. But maybe I should, but I don't want to.
Well.
Yes?
Do you remember when I went on that hen do and you told me to lean in a bit?
Yeah.
Maybe go for a bit, knowing that you can leave whenever you want.
I'm going to be spending all day with these people, playing old video games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good old day. But it'll be a good old weekend. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm thrilled. I don't have no idea what I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to talk, and that's going to be that. It's set to be one of the biggest events of the year, but you do not need to be royal minted to celebrate the royal wedding. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will say their vows in Windsor Castle, St George's Chapel on Saturday. Here's how to have a house party fit for a prince on a pauper's budget.
Oh.
Nibbles. Straight away. Nibbles. Rather than do a sit-down meal, leave nibbles for guests to pick at when peckish.
Guests?
After all, the focus will be on TV. Iceland has a great selection of frozen party food that fits the bill from £1.
I see what this is.
It's not an advert for... no, it's not an advert.
Let's see.
No, it's not. No, it's not, because there's loads of things. So the royal price for nibbles is £286,000. Pauper price, £1. Cake. Harry and Meghan have chosen a lemon and elderflower cake to incorporate the bright flavours of spring, covered with buttercream and fresh flowers. Why not make your own lemon and elderflower cupcakes? There are plenty of recipes online. Or Morrison's is selling a lemon and elderflower cake. Royal price, 50 grand. Pauper price, £7.
£7?
£7?
Someone else's wedding. Why are we spending money?
Matthew, everybody that's dissing the royal wedding on YouTube, can you time them out, please? Bit of respect. Toby, bit of respect. Robert, bit of respect.
Ross.
Yeah, sure, why not?
The thing you people there are failing to remember is that Harry and Meghan, well, Meghan's soon to be, but she's getting out of the way.
She is fit.
She's fit, but also they're both better than you.
Yeah, totally. Oh, totally. You're all scumbags. They're not. They're not hanging out on a YouTube channel with 135 other people.
They'll be WhatsApping.
Decorations. Poundland has you sorted for royal wedding decks. The store has bunting, flags and spoons with the couple's faces on.
Oh, no, I didn't get any spoons.
Not to mention life-size Harry and Meghan masks, all for £1. Or you can pick up your free Union Jack flag in this paper Friday. Royal price £130,000, pauper price £1. Drinks. Don't splash out on big brands for your royal wedding booze run. Pick up copycat labels at discount supermarkets. Aldi sells a budget version of Pimm's called Quims.
No.
For $5.99. Lidl also has a fantastic range of gins at bargain prices. Royal price for booze, 193 grand. Pauper price, £6. Outfits. Work Meghan's all-American style in a stylish black shift dress. I've spotted plenty of similar designs in my charity shop. Blokes can copy... They've just given up on this one. I've spotted loads in a charity shop. Blokes can copy Prince Harry's style in a button-down shirt and jeans.
Also, no, rewind. If you're stopping in...
Yeah.
It's pyjamas all day, isn't it?
No, I wore a tuxedo for the last royal wedding.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I told you we had people around. I wore a tuxedo. I was totally into that. 0344 499 1000. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
Stimulating nightly emissions guaranteed to open your eyes and your mind.
Oh, my word.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Good evening, Simon.
Good evening.
Good evening, Simon.
I'm afraid I might be up for the award for the most boring call of the evening.
Wow. We've had a guy talking about how he brushes his teeth, so you've really got to be going some to beat that.
I think I'm probably going to be honest.
Okay.
Everywhere I look at the moment is, including on your advert breaks, is stuff about something about the 25th and GPD compliance, blah blah, data protection.
Yes, everyone's been getting emails from every website they've ever signed up to in their life. Yes, and sending them straight into the trash. Yes.
Right. What is it all about? Because, like, I run a taxi and I've been told I need to be GPD compliant and everything. What exactly is it I'm supposed to do? Does anybody know?
Well, I don't know. Why are you asking us and not, I don't know, Google? Isn't it to do? Isn't it? It's an EU thing, isn't it? And isn't it to do with just like data protection and storing people's information that you get from emails and stuff?
Yeah, but there doesn't seem to be any info. Like, your advert says to look at a particular website. Well, I've been to that website.
Right.
And it's about as informative as custard.
Okay.
It doesn't actually really tell you what you've got, it doesn't say, we're doing this and you've got to do that. So I thought, well, best person to ask, because if you don't know, then I'm sure someone listening does.
Oh, hang on a minute. I know, we've actually got someone on the line who might be able to help. Nigel?
Oh, hello, Ian.
Did you hear Simon's question there?
I wasn't actually listening.
So Simon,
I was getting my record player.
Okay. Simon, could you ask Nigel? Maybe Nigel knows.
Hi, Nigel.
Fire away.
Hello, Nigel.
Hello.
Nigel, do you know anything about this GPD compliance nonsense that's happening on the 25th that we've got to do?
No, I know nothing about it at all. I'm sorry, I don't listen to the news very much.
Okay, right, hang on a second. Right, hang on. Hang on, let's try this. Angela?
Yes, love. Yes.
Did you hear Simon's question?
Just about, yes.
Right, can you answer it?
No, but do you want me to... What does it mean? Can you give me some more details?
That was his question.
For you. Eh?
That was his question.
Was his question? No, I don't know. No, I don't know.
Okay. It looks like if I were you, Simon,
yeah,
I would do what I do in these situations.
Yeah.
I'd ignore it and hope it goes away.
Well, I'm quite good at that.
Yeah, that's the way forward.
But isn't it funny that you've asked two random people now and they don't know either?
Yeah, and two heavyweight intellectuals as well, Nigel and Angela.
Meanwhile, I've read a couple of books and I found it on Wikipedia. There's a really lengthy entry explaining everything.
I don't think I can handle a lengthy entry. But maybe I'll give it a go.
Thank you very much, Simon. There we go.
He's more than man enough for that.
Let's go to Angela. Good evening, Angela.
Good evening, guys.
Good evening,
Good
Angela.
evening,
Welcome.
Ian and Katherine.
Good evening, Angela. Good evening, Katherine. Good evening, Sam.
Everybody.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show.
I was ringing to know about the bed changing and stuff.
Yes.
Well, I do change it regular because of my skin, because I've got a bit of, I did have a bit of scarlet fever. Oh. By my side. And the cream I use, it makes the rest of the bed, don't it?
You've cleaned what? Your ears?
No, it's my skin. I got cream especially for my skin. You know, special cream.
I do know special cream, yes.
Yeah, it's for my skin. I had a bit of scarlet fever.
Oh.
Yeah.
And, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and so your bed is a pit?
Not a pit. I just change it a few times a day so it don't get up. You know.
A few times a day?
Yeah.
A few times a day?
Yeah.
You change the sheets a few times a day?
Yeah, because I didn't want it to get any worse than it, you know, because I've got...
So do you take them off and then wash them?
Yeah.
What temperature do you wash your sheets at?
60.
You should do a 90. Got to do sheets and towels should be at 90. Got to be a boil wash. Got to be a boil wash.
I normally do. I'm just a bit distressed with it.
It's got to be a boil wash.
If you're changing your sheets that often, Angela, I'd be tempted to get one of them paper rolls like they use at the doctors.
Yeah.
Just whack that down and rip it off when you finish.
That's a good idea. But I'm nearly over the worst now anyway. It's clearing up now.
But so you are changing your sheets a few times a day. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Wowzers.
But I'll be back to normal next week because my skin's actually cleared up near enough.
Yeah.
But I've been really quite poorly with it. I've been sleeping a lot as well with it.
So what? I don't even know what scarlet fever is.
It can be a mixture of all sorts, and it was really angry. And I went to the doctors. It was all around my side. And he said, "I haven't seen that on you before." He said,
"Oh,
so
let me give you some special cream."
Yeah.
Yes.
I heard the cat in the background. Yeah.
In your background or my background?
Your background.
You've heard cats here before, haven't you? I'm having deja vu.
Yeah, I did hear a cat. Yeah, cat.
Have you phoned up and heard a cat before?
Yeah, this cat's bothering me. You know, I tell you what, I keep seeing that cat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But anyway, I'm getting there.
Good for you. Good for you. I'm glad you're getting better. It sounds absolutely bloody awful. How do you get scarlet fever?
I think it's because it's on the increase. Because it was on Facebook. It was on the increase.
You got it from Facebook?
No, not from Facebook. But it was all about it on Facebook.
Do you know? I reckon one day we'll be able to get. You know, you get viruses on computers, right?
Yeah.
I reckon you'll be able to catch a human virus on a computer one day. That you'll open up like an email, and then you'll have the flu or something like that. I think that's going to happen.
Mm.
I think it's going to happen, Angela. Yeah, I think it's going to happen. All right, Angela, thanks very much.
No worries. Have a nice night when you meet.
Bye-bye. Mate, she changes her sheets several times a day. That's at least 3 times. I make out with her, it's 5. That's a lot, man. But there is nothing better than getting into a clean bed. There's nothing better.
Yes.
There's nothing better.
It's been such a long time. I better sort that out.
Right, time Robert Smith out for talking about the royal wedding again.
Insubordination.
Being rude. Calling it boring now. He gets really annoyed when he gets... Why don't I get timed out? You guys need to introduce rules here.
There's a rule.
Nigel!
Hi, Ian.
Hello, Nigel.
First of all, I want to wish James Well all the best. James Well, about Melinda and that.
Yep.
So
very sad.
Very sorry to hear that.
Yeah, very sad.
I didn't like to talk to James. I didn't really know what to say. There's no words to say, is there, really?
Well, no, here's the thing. I've had a couple of texts with James, and I was going to give him a call today, and I didn't, so I might give him a little call tomorrow. I've
just put something on Twitter for him.
Well, okay, but if you here's the thing. People don't. No one knows what to say when someone very close to someone dies. But you can just say, "I'm thinking of you. I'm wishing you well. I hope you're okay." You know, so that all that stuff helps. And if it's appropriate, if you're with someone, sometimes a hand on a shoulder or a little touch of the elbow, if it's appropriate. You know, all these. I don't know James that well.
It's difficult to know what to say, isn't it?
Well, it is. But I don't know James very well at all. But last week when Melinda was particularly ill, I sent him a little text saying, "I'm thinking of you, big man. If we can help in any way." And when I heard that she'd passed, I sent him another text saying, "I'm really sorry. You know, again, if I can do anything, give us a call." And he replied, "Thanks." And that's it. Just people like to know that you're thinking of them.
Right, because I've known James so long, it's worse for me. Even I felt awful.
Hang on. Ooh. I think it's probably worse for him.
No, I mean it really hurts me to hear it because I've known James a long time.
But again, I think it's probably worse for him. Anyway,
of course it is. Yeah, obviously.
Anyway, moving on.
I felt very sorry.
Moving on.
Yeah, are you looking forward to the royal wedding?
I'm working on the day of the royal wedding.
Yes, and are you a big fan of the royals?
I'm going to kill them.
It's going to cost an absolute fortune to do this wedding, isn't it?
I'm paying for it all.
Don't be silly. Anyway, can I do a song?
That was a nice bit of wedding chat there, Kath.
It was completely rolled over the assassination.
Nice bit of wedding chat there.
I hope they don't have any trouble with the bombs or anything. You know.
Is that what you're going to write in their wedding card?
I don't want them to be blown up.
Oh God, God, Nigel! Even by your standards. Even by your standards, that's incredible. Well, can I just say, on behalf of everyone...
out with such funny things like me.
That's not funny. On behalf of everybody here at Talk Radio, I think we all wish that they don't have any trouble with the bombs on Saturday.
Of course not. There'll be a lot of security. A lot of security.
Well, they've got Kadir working for them about 30 miles away, so they should be all right.
Yeah. It's on the box, isn't it?
What?
Anyway.
It's on the box.
Yeah, do one of your songs.
Like a song?
Yes, please.
I've got a love song, which was calm things down a bit. It's one off my CD.
Of course it is.
I've got some good news. I'm signing up to someone to get my stuff on iTunes, like you put my stuff on iTunes.
Brilliant.
So that I get half the money and you get some of it because he's helping me.
Good, brilliant.
I won't say who it is because it's private. But
Richard Branson.
This is a guy that works with film people as well, like movie stars and stuff. Quite a big, well-known person.
Yeah, it's not, but okay.
It is, but I'm not.
It's not, but okay.
I mean, he's done quite a lot of things, so I've been told by his friends.
Yeah, no, he hasn't. It's a fake. But anyway, let's hear.
Don't give him any money, Nigel.
As long as they go onto site, as long as he puts them onto iTunes, that's the main thing.
Nigel.
Yes.
You're not giving him any money, are you?
No, he doesn't want any money. It's free. If he gets some of the money from the sellings, it's free.
Brilliant. Okay.
Whoa. If he does, it's free.
If I get all the money, he would want more money if I do you understand what I mean?
No. How much are you paying him?
No, he doesn't. He does it free if he gets some of the money of my money.
Okay, he's taking a percentage. Fine.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I don't care.
It doesn't really matter.
You're an
as long as
adult.
I get them onto iTunes. I don't care.
You've got 2 minutes now, so let's hear your song.
Here we go.
Good luck with the bombs and all that.
Love, Nigel.
It's not for me to say you love me. It's not for me to say don't care.
It's the remix.
Robo Nige.
Oh, but here for the moment I can hold you fast.
Toby says, what an incredible backing band he has with him tonight.
And dream that love will last.
Oh, jeez.
As far as I can see, this is heaven. Ooh, and speaking just for me, it's ours to share. Perhaps the glow of love will grow with every passing day. Or we may never meet again, but yet it's not for me to say.
Oh God, I want to die.
S-word.
It's not for me to say. Thank you.
Archie says, I don't think the bombers will bother now. Nigel's rumbled them. Hey, Nigel, we do a feature, right?
Yes.
Called Yes Word or S Word. Okay?
Yes.
And the S word is SH1T.
Mm.
And what we do is we play a song, and people phone up during the song, and they say, yes, it's going to be a hit, or no, it's a piece of Right. Would you like to do a song for us? For that?
What will that one do? Or
well, we need. Well,
you need another song.
Well, what we can do is we could do it after midnight if you fancy. When we come back after.
Yeah, but it's the neighbours. I don't want to. Well, I have to be quiet because of the neighbours. But
you do it quietly.
But you just.
Yeah. What do you want? No, I can't really. I can't really sing live, but I can put another recording.
We can put another recording on. Should we do that after midnight?
Yes, I've got something on the. Does it have to be a song then?
It's got to be. Well, will you be? It's got to be you singing.
And it can't be an organ me playing the organ or anything like
Do you know
that.
what? It could be that actually. Yeah,
What, an organ tune?
It could be whatever. You go away and find something. We'll come back up.
I'll leave it. I'll look through here. I might have another song on here.
Nigel,
I'll have
stay
a
there.
look.
Stay there. We'll come to you in a bit. We'll be playing Yes Word or S Word with Nigel. You know how it works. I'll explain it in case you don't after the news. This is Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Who has made a covenant with the night, and with the darkness he is in agreement.
Uncut after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. It's midnight and it's a feature. After 15 years of working on radio, I finally come up with a feature that I'm happy to do more than once. Yes word or S word. And normally people send us in songs that they've recorded themselves, little demos or, full-blown things, full-blown productions, and we play it on the radio. And you, dear listener, get to decide whether it is the yes word, as in yes, I think it's good, or the S word, as in I think it's a piece of SH1T. You phone in while the song is playing, and we take the calls straight to air. So, get dialing, get ready. 0344 499 1000. Tonight's entrant is Nigel from Maidstone. Good evening, Nigel.
Hi, Ian. Is anyone else doing it as well?
No, we only do one song a night.
Oh, I see.
So we've had other. If you, I know
somebody else might do tomorrow night.
That's correct. Yes. Okay. So
I have to tune in on the laptop.
You won't. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Nigel. For those who've never heard you before, tell us a little bit about your musical tastes and your background.
Well, I've been singing a long time, probably since I was 11.
Yeah.
And so it's quite a long time to be singing. Yeah. I must say about 40 years. 40 years. So I sing sort of a bit of everything. I like pop, jazz, a bit. I sing anything really, classical. But I was mainly a drummer years ago, professional drummer.
And what?
But I did used to sing and play the drums at the same time, which is quite handy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is the piece you're going to play for us this evening?
The song I'm going to sing tonight, Matthew, is...
No, I like that. I like that, yes.
Tonight, Stars in Your Eyes is going to be Misty.
Okay. Well, let's take it away, Nigel.
Yeah, this is Misty. I hope you enjoy it, everybody.
We'll find out. 0344 499 1000. Call in while Nigel's playing this. The S word or the S word.
Look at me.
Simon, is this the S word or the S word?
Well, I must say, it's the S wordest thing I've ever heard.
Okay, thank you very much indeed.
I can understand. I get misty. Just holding your hand.
Line 3, is this the S word or the S word?
Oh, Ian, it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. Yes, yes.
Thank you. 0344 499 1000.
Or it might be the sound.
Line 4, yes word or S word?
Yes, it's his best ever.
Thank you very much indeed, caller.
I get misty the moment you're near.
Line 5, yes word or S word?
Yes word.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Oh, I love him.
There we go. All right, let's go to line 5. 5, S word or yes word?
Oh, I'm getting very misty listening to this. It's yes word.
Where are you getting misty, madam?
Around my private areas.
That's why I'm following you. On my own.
0344 499 1000. Line 6, yes word or S word?
Yes word, I love it.
Oh, wow, okay.
Never knowing my right foot from my left.
Line 7, yes word or S word? Wow, there's no need for that kind of language.
You can say...
Line 8, yes word or S word?
I'll give it 5.
Out of what? No, he's gone? Okay, fair enough. Line 9, yes word or S word? Yes word or S word, line 9?
S word for Greg Smith.
Okay, Greg Smith here. Get a big shout out there. Greg Smith. Line 10, yes word or S word?
It's like a steaming log that when you go down the toilet, he plays it that many times. The song, it's all the time the same song, Misty. It's the S.
Thank you very much. Let's go to line 10, yes word or S word?
Hello?
Hello, Mrs. Doubtfire. Is it the yes word or the S word?
Yes word.
Thank you. And line 11, yes word or S word?
Come on, Nigel! Yeah!
I get misty.
Line 12, yes word or S word?
Yes, 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 yes.
Thank you. Line 13, yes word or S word?
Thank you,
It's a yes, a big, massive yes. I'm actually moved to tears.
Hey! Nigel!
Yes, I recognise that voice.
Oh, that was the most successful one we've ever had.
Oh, thank you.
People loved it. It was 95% yes.
Oh, lovely. But I didn't know when to stop.
Well, you did, but Nigel, you did brilliant. You're in the lead so far.
Oh, thank you. So nobody didn't like it then?
Well, yeah, a couple of people thought it was SH1T, but
old-fashioned probably.
Well,
no,
but no, they thought it was shit. But most
it was about as good as I could do, really.
You got one old. We had one old woman who was getting horny. Yep. Okay, well, thanks for that, Nigel.
Thank you for letting.
There we go.
I'm going to send that to social media.
Wowzers.
They can chew on that.
Wowzers. That really was spectacular, wasn't it? That was absolutely spectacular. 03444 99 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You're very welcome. Yes word or S word has finished. So now it's telephone calls. Have you got a murder for tonight?
Oh, I can get you a murder, yeah.
Yeah, try and get a murder from like the 50s or 60s. I want.
You want recent?
Yeah, I want
you
recent.
See, I prefer it when they're dead and gone, so we can be horrible about them. I don't want to be trigger any relatives.
You can still be horrible about. What are you talking about?
Well, some of them are pretty ghastly, and I don't want someone listening who goes, "Oh, yeah, that was my Auntie Clara."
Oh, for goodness sakes! For 50s and 60s, we'll do one from America.
All right, fair enough.
There we go. Do a good old-fashioned serial killer from the United States of America, or a sexual criminal. Something, you know. Come on, Kath. Let's go to. Have you got your phone?
What?
No,
No, it never. I've taken the buzzer off it.
No. It did the electronic buzzer, not the buzzer on there.
It never.
The phone signal buzz went. Did you hear it, Sam? The phone.
You just said say yes.
I didn't.
Yes, you did. I heard that.
I'll get stuffed. Good evening, Katie.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Yeah, very, very well, Katie. Very well indeed. I'm buoyed up by the success of Nigel there.
You know what? It's a great show tonight. Nigel is a superstar. I love him. And it's like the oldie worldy songs. You know, I want to team up with him.
Well, if you love him so much, why don't you go and marry him?
In fact, we'll pass on your phone number.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
We need to team up together and do a song together. He is a superstar.
Are you a bit of a warbler then, Katie?
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
mate. We got to get you and Nigel. We got to get you and Nigel singing together, and maybe.
Can you be my hero and sort that out?
Yeah, and maybe I'm just thinking to help promote your career, old school Hollywood style. You should get married to him.
I think so. I don't know how old he is, but if he's single and in his early 40s, that'd be all right.
Well, he's a bit older than that. He's a bit older than that, but he's definitely single.
Hey, so the radar figures are out.
Yeah.
Do we know what our show is?
No.
The station is up 30% this quarter.
Wow.
Which is good. Well, why? Normally we get a phone call the day before to tell us what our figures were, but no one's told me.
I sent the boss a text this morning. I've had an out, so I'm wondering whether he was in at all.
Oh man!
No, Sam says no.
Sam says no. What? What?
He wasn't in. Denny wasn't in.
Oh,
today.
okay, right, okay. Oh well, Katie, we're gonna pass your phone number on to Nigel, and we're not going to tell you when he's going to call. And
In fact, no, we're going to give your address to Nigel, and we're going to pay for his ticket. It's one way.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
So where do you sing then, Katie?
I teach singing and piano.
Oh, look, here we go. That's nice. A little bit of the Lady Manilows about you.
Yeah, I love it. So I'm really lucky because I love singing and I love my job.
Yeah,
so it's great. Can I just say one thing? I've just had a little glass of whiskey.
Here we go. Katie's drunk. She's going to say something that she's going to regret in the morning.
No,
Here we go.
I'm really not. My dad sadly passed away this time last year.
Oh, mate, I'm sorry.
So it was thank you, that's fine. But he was an exceptional man, and I wanted to stop and just ring you guys. I rang you about 8 months ago. I think I saw you at the Rabbit Hole in Newcastle. And you and Kath, and it was brilliant. And really cheered me up.
I was just trying to remember. I was just trying to remember which one was Newcastle. Though I remember. What was Kath? Guess the thing I remembered about that venue.
When we went for meat.
No, the roast dinner we had. The roast dinner.
You were talking about that. You said it was amazing.
That roast dinner. Because I have trouble remembering where we were going. What was Newcastle? Newcastle was roast. Newcastle was a Sunday roast. Oh, mate, had it all. They did a cracking roast there. If you ever it was the Stand, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Even if you're not going to go and see a show,
right,
go and have a roast there, man. It was incredible.
So good. But where was that place around the corner where we went for like a barbecue thing and they gave us a load of meat on a chopping board?
Oh, there was like a barbecue place. Yeah.
Oh,
I like Newcastle.
That.
Are you free July the 28th, Katherine? Just bear with us. Bear with us, caller.
What day is that?
That is July the 28th is a Saturday.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, do you want to do a Rabbit Hole in Manchester again?
I go on then.
Yeah, okay, so we are live in Manchester. We're booking a few more in. We'll be at the 3 Minute Theatre in Manchester on the 28th of July. Tickets aren't on sale yet because I've not replied back to the gentleman saying we will take that date, but that's going to happen. Thank you, Katie. You reminded me of that.
There's a place in Ballycastle where I'm living at the moment, and it's called the Witham Hall. We just had Phil Jupiter there. We had loads and loads of comedians going and all sorts. Maybe think about coming to Ballycastle. It'd be brilliant.
Well, is it big though? Because we couldn't even draw 30 people to the Stand.
Oh, no, you'd have loads of people there.
What, is it in Newcastle?
No, it's in Ballycastle, which is kind of in the Dales. It's just outside of Darlington.
Okay. Well, all right. Send me an email with it, and I'll have a little look.
Oh, brilliant! All right, thanks, guys.
Was the Stand pre? Yeah, it wasn't it?
It's pre-jungle.
Well, let's see.
Oh,
it was pre-jungle.
Yeah.
It was.
But the reason we were doing the shows was to find out where we had an audience and where we didn't have an audience. And the people that came to Newcastle were great. They were staunch. They were like Katie.
They were brilliant.
But it was small numbers. But it was still worth
Tell
doing.
you what I really loved about that whole thing.
Yeah.
Apart from the show.
Yeah.
I love Newcastle, but I loved it when we went to Tynemouth. We went to the beach.
Oh, that was a beautiful day. And there's a little phaeton, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was just wonderful.
We had,
I completely didn't expect.
And did you see Tynemouth Priory as well?
No.
On the hill, up on the hill.
Yeah,
on the cliffs.
Yeah,
we looked up and saw that. We were sitting in a little
It's
cove.
gorgeous.
It was great.
You don't know.
People don't think that of the northeast, that it's got some cracking beaches.
We had oysters for the first time.
Yeah.
They were bloody awful. Have you had oysters, Katie?
I had one once and I felt a bit stiff.
Yeah, they
weren't awful, but all you got was the seasoning and the sauce.
Oh no, it was disgusting.
Slimy and fishy, and
I didn't get a boner or anything.
Oh God. I think that's a con.
It takes a few hours, Ian, apparently.
I was on that beach slapping away for ages.
Oh, for God's sake. I think it's a con. They always say that about things, that it takes, they're an acquired taste. They'll say, oh, yeah, but it's,
stuff they can't shift.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you like caviar? I mean, I've just tried lumpfish raw.
I've never had caviar, no.
I think I have.
I'm gonna eat it off your body, Katie.
Please do, anytime.
God, that would be disgusting, wouldn't it?
Fish eggs.
I've said this before, I've never got the food sex combination. I can't think of it. The whipped cream, because you put whipped cream.
Not even donuts.
You put whipped cream. You put that spray can cream on your hand.
Yeah.
Within about 2 minutes, it smells off. It smells off. So you put that on your fanny or your peanuts. Yeah, hello, Katie.
Ian,
yes.
Listen, Did you hear that?
Are you just spraying some cream on your...
Yeah, I just lost them in the fridge.
Right, go away. You're a dirty woman, Katie. Thank you for calling. Dirty woman. She just sprayed some cream on her.
I'm assuming so, yeah, because she was still talking. It wasn't in the mouth, was it?
Katie, naughty lady. Well, it turns out that I'm being told by everyone on Twitter that Talk Radio's over 300,000 listeners for the first time. 317,000. Well, that's all down to me. No, because I'm the only one that's plugged this bloody station, aren't I? I ate a pig's vagina and got bullied by some arseholes for this radio station.
I think you're due for another one.
It'll be funny if everyone's gone up and we've gone down.
Oh, don't.
It's possible. That's good news. Well, hopefully we'll get a breakdown of the show tomorrow. 0344 499 1000. This is the late night alternative on Talk Radio.
No rules nocturnal nattering for night birds, nurses, and Nosferatu.
All right, cool.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Yes, we are taking the rabbit hole to the 3 Minute Theatre in Manchester on July the 28th. It's a Saturday. But tickets aren't on sale yet, so just chill your horses. Is that a thing? Good evening, Jerry.
Hello, can catering back usually cost you £2 a minute for that sort of stuff.
Oh, there you go.
Save a fortune.
They save an absolute bloody fortune.
Yeah, I can't see it, no, just tell you what, soundtrack's pretty good.
Say that again. You're speaking very fast tonight, man.
I'm good, I'm feeling really good tonight.
Good, there you go. You sounds like you're speeding your nuts off.
I am. No, Katie's not here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No.
I want to say, how do you get a song in? How do you write a song in? Hating to you.
How do you write a song then?
Yes or yes. I want to put a song in.
Well, you got to email it to me.
Email it to you?
Yeah.
Your address will Talk Radio.
Oh, God, to my address?
Okay, I'll do that to you tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to it already, Jerry.
Oh, well, you're about murder sport.
We go, after 5:30, Kath's going to give us a really gruesome murder.
Do one murder in my own town, 1975, if you're allowed.
Okay, well, it wasn't me, if you're asking. I would have been 2.
1975.
I would have been 1 and 2.
Yeah, I was 4. He's playing in the park in the murder. He kept your gill down the drain.
He kept what? I'm struggling to understand you tonight. He did what down a drain?
Kept your gill down the drain. Big underground drain.
He kept... He did what down a drain?
He kidnapped a girl.
He kidnapped a girl?
Took her down a drain.
Took her down a drain?
Held her for ransom.
Yeah.
No one knows whether she followed, she was pushed. He never got the ransom.
Oh.
He got caught because he went back to Brooklyn post offices.
Yeah.
He killed 3 postmasters.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. He killed 3 postmasters. But he kept she slipped. Or Fowler was pushed, strangled. And 3 months later down the ring.
Well, I'm going to be honest, Kath tells him better, but yes, it's...
And he caught him, and he got Maidstone disease and couldn't move, and now he's dead, so...
And that person turned out to be you?
No, it wasn't me.
No, it wasn't you, Jerry, okay.
I'm a nice guy.
Well, you say that, and we all think you're a nice guy because you've got Parkinson's, but I bet deep down you've got some dark thoughts.
Yeah, dark thoughts, Katie, where is she? But there's been a squidge cream round.
All right, we're going to get... That's enough. Let's leave it. Thank you very much, Jerry. Let's go to Alaska. Gina!
Hi.
Hey, Gina, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very, very well, Gina. Thank you very much indeed. How is Alaska?
Oh, man, it's great. Like, the snow is melting and it's getting warmer, and tomorrow's the last day of school. I'm so excited about that. And today was, graduation celebrations. It was awesome.
That sounds fantastic, man. I want to be in Alaska. That's exactly where I want to be. That's exactly where I flipping want to be, I tell you that. But it ain't going to happen. Oh, well, never mind. Never mind. Oh, a lovely little giggle you've got. There it is! There you see, I've still got it. Gina, calm down.
No, I was watching Friday, and I wanted to call about that since then. That was a really great thing that you did.
What was Friday?
Lacey.
Oh, Lacey! The shop. I feel bad that I didn't buy her any meat. I only bought her some bacon. I should have bought some chicken or something. But I didn't buy...
Yeah, well,
chicken.
but it was it was still such a great thing to do.
Well, you know, it was, you know, I'm doing all right. If I can't buy, you know, spend 40 quid on someone, what's the point of having it?
Right?
Exactly. So, I did what had to be done. But thank you, Gina, you're very kind.
Well, yeah, thank you. And also, you know, last time I called in, I wasn't able to tell you how much, you know, how great it is that, you know, you're bringing awareness to mental health, and it's such a big issue. And I think it's really great that you do that.
Yeah, it is. I do think maybe I need to shut up a little bit about it, partly for my own sanity, you know, because I'm nutty McNutnuts. But I do think maybe, I think people are getting bored of me talking about it. I don't know, Gina. Here's the thing: I overthink things all the time, and I wish I didn't overthink things, because it would make my life a whole lot easier. But,
yeah.
But you know, because I'm not a poster boy. I'm just a bloke. You know, I'm just a bloke. I'm just a man with a man's courage. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What is that? Flash Gordon, isn't it? Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon. How's your head, Gina, and your soul?
Good. Everything's been going good lately, so it's good.
Well, that's all we can ask for, isn't it? That's it. That's all we can ask for.
Yeah.
Keep plodding along. Man, we got to go to Alaska one day, Kath. I'd love to go to Alaska. I would.
So would I. I'd be outnumbered, won't I?
By what?
Was that an 80s thing?
What?
Well, it used to be that I used to watch Northern Exposure. Didn't they have like loads more blokes than women? Wasn't that a thing? You know, if you wanted a big burly Alaskan type, you had the pick of the lot, because there was no birds. Maybe
in that case, I don't particularly want to go to Alaska then.
I think it's opposite now.
Oh, is it? That's because everyone moved there.
I think it is now.
Oh. Never mind, you're on your own then.
Well, well, Gina, we'll be over in a few months. So put the kettle on.
Oh, right on.
Thank you, Gina.
Bye.
Take care. Bye. Thanks a lot. I like her.
Oh, if only we could go.
Isn't it? I keep saying this. I do find it amazing that we've got listeners and callers, you know, in places like Alaska. That's incredible.
New York
City. I think it's incredible. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Another 30 minutes of this show, where I believe we've got the highest audience figures we've ever had. I don't actually know what the breakdown is, but I know the station is over 300,000 for the first time ever. So that's something. Well done, Denny. Well done. I'm going to say it. Well done, Julia. You know, it's no mean feat. The breakfast show is a big thing. Well done, Mike Graham and everybody else, and Jamie and George and all those people. You know, and that's nice. It means we're all a little bit more secure than perhaps we were 20 minutes ago. When we come back, murder!
A star-crossed soapbox for sailor boys, stable girls,
I'm on the edge.
and stripper grands.
It depends who you're with, and it depends on the situation.
Late night speech radio with a difference.
Thank you.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
12:30, the Late Night Alternative. Iain Lee, at Iain Lee. Katherine Boyle, at Flippin' Kath. Flippin' with no G. Kath with a K. Do come and follow us on Twitter for, primarily angst and self-loathing from me, and retweets of funny videos from Katherine. That's pretty much.
That's what happens.
Pretty much what's going on.
The yin and the yang.
So now it's time for Kath's horny murders.
They're not. Oh, this is horrible.
Go on. Okay. Let's try and find. Right. Let's loading from me.
Whoa!
What happened there? God, I had a heart attack. I think that was playing a little bit of that. Right. Okay. Let's get some really spooky music. Here we go.
I am broken Britain.
Okay, hang on.
I'd like to watch you, please.
Right, hang on.
Good morning, sir.
Okay.
Iain Lee, you're an idiot.
That's funny.
The ninjas are deadly and silent.
No. Just going to find a thing.
Well,
No.
that's quite...
No, that's the wrong answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. This might work. Hang on. No. This might work. This will work. There you go. This is great.
To everyone around him, Dean Cole seemed like an ordinary person. He enjoyed spending time at the small candy factory his mother owned in an affluent neighbourhood of Houston.
That means sweets in American.
He got along with many of the boys who came by just to see the candy come off the assembly line.
Sweet come off the assembly line. So childish, Katherine. You're so childish. This is serious.
He served in the army during the Vietnam War and he never had a criminal record. Neighbours described him as a quiet, well-mannered, groomed, pleasant, considerate and always smiling.
He just seemed like such a nice guy.
But the smile behind...
The what? The
Stop
spile.
it!
The spile.
Behind the smile, however, Dean Cole had a deadly secret.
Okay.
Between December 13th, 1970 and July 25, 1973, a total of 28 boys ranging in age from 13 to 20 disappeared from the Heights neighbourhood 5 miles west of downtown Houston.
This is a bit ripe, Katherine.
They were all tortured and killed by Dean Cole. At the time, he was the most prolific serial killer in American history. Authorities never ascertained a clear motive, and the more you dig into Dean Cole's story, the more horrid it becomes. First, he recruited 2 teenagers as accomplices. One was 17-year-old Wayne Henley, and the other was 18-year-old David Brooks. They knew many of Cole's victims personally. A few of the dead boys were their friends. Ultimately, without the confessions of these accomplices, no one would have ever known what happened to the lost boys of Houston Heights. The accomplices, however, revealed it all, including Cole's disturbing methods. The trio used Cole's Plymouth GTX muscle car or his white van to lure their victims one by one over the span of 2.5 years. Cole used candy, alcohol, or the promise of going to a party to get each teenager inside. Anyone who got in the van would never come back. Cole and his accomplices would take the boys to his apartment or house where they bound and gagged each victim. Then Cole forced them to write postcards or notes home to their families to say they were okay.
This is a bit ripe, this one. This is a bit ripe.
One victim, Mark Scott, was a friend of the 2 teenage accomplices. He was 17 and he disappeared on the evening of April the 20th, 1972. He was never seen alive again. His parents reported him missing after frantically calling classmates, friends and neighbours to see if they knew anything. A couple of days later, the Scott family received a postcard saying Mark had found a job in Austin that paid $3 per hour. The Scotts did not believe that their boy would suddenly leave town without saying goodbye, and they knew something was terribly wrong. It wasn't until a year later that they heard the truth. Oh, God. We don't need the details,
Don't
right?
need the details. This is already...
Cole got away with it for so long, in part because no one suspected him. He moved frequently, often every 2 weeks, and he kept mostly to himself. The murders only stopped because Henley, one of the accomplices, had finally had enough. The young man grabbed Cole's gun, screamed he couldn't kill any more of his friends, and blasted Cole in the head at his rental home in the Houston suburb of Pasadena. It was the same gun that Cole had been using to kill his victims. Henley and his fellow accomplice Brooks confessed shortly afterwards. Detectives then learned that Cole rented a boat storage shed in another part of Houston. Investigators found 17 victims buried there. Another 6 bodies were in the Bolivar Peninsula, where 4 victims were buried in a woodland area at Lake Sam Rayburn. Police didn't identify the 28th victim until 1983. Wow. Whatever Dean Cole's motives, perhaps the strangest part of his story is that hardly anyone knows about one of the most shocking mass murders in modern American history. There are very few photos of him. He was killed before being brought to justice, and journalists called him the Candy Man or the Pied Piper because he lured kids away with candy and sweet talk. Nevertheless, his story receives little attention today. The mothers, relatives, siblings and family of the victims, however, still remember what happened. Mary Scott, who was 83 in 2011, then told one reporter that she still thinks of Mark every time she sees a teenage boy who's around his age when he disappeared.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
As for Dean Call's accomplices, they are still in jail serving life sentences for their roles in one of the deadliest waves of serial killings in the history of the United States.
That was a bit ripe, that one, Katherine. That was.
And I left out the really bad bits.
We'll send it to me, but that was a little bit. I really think you've crossed.
That's why I said I prefer the old-fashioned ones. This is a bit of comedy involved.
I said 50s and 60s. That's 70s. That's too soon. That is too soon. You've really you've crossed a line there.
I crossed a line.
Yeah.
I didn't kill 28 people. Just saying.
No, I know, but what you've done is,
Anyway, so I'll send you the link, right?
Kind of nearly. It's bad. Jeez, it's a bit dirty now. Ronnie Barker's handwritten 4-candle script is set to go for at least £40,000 at auction. She's even thinking about 4 candles. She's in hysterics. The classic scene, aired by the BBC in 1976 and about 1 million times since, is one of the most frustratingly annoying, stupid sketches in British comedy. It features Barker trying to buy garden fork handles from Ronnie Corbett, who mishears him. It is considered one of the greatest British TV sketches of all time.
I don't think it's that funny.
No.
But maybe it's because we've seen it too much.
No. Well, hang on a minute. Let's find out. Let's. What we can do is we can listen to it. 4 candles, 2 rice. Let's have a listen to it. God, it goes on for bloody ages. Here we go. Here we go.
Four candles. 4 candles. Here you are. 4 candles.
No, 4 candles.
Well, there you are, 4 candles.
No, 4 candles. Handles for forks.
I know why it's not funny. Because you can't just buy fork handles, can you? Can you? You can't just buy... You can't just buy handles for forks. That's what's always struck me with it. There's no such thing, is there? Oh, maybe you can.
Got any plugs?
Plugs?
Yeah.
What kind of plugs?
A rubber one, bathroom.
What size?
13 amp.
Right, well, you wouldn't get a rubber. It wouldn't be rubber. It wouldn't be rubber.
Why are you spoiling it?
Electric plugs, electric bathroom plugs, you call them. Trade, electric bathroom.
Yeah, it don't work.
Someone should tell them. Oh, hang on.
Are they both dead now?
Yep.
Oh. My favourite bit of the 2 Ronnies was, I was talking to the producer. I used to love that bit, those stories as a kid. I used to find that hilarious. The fact that he had a really big chair and he was tiny legs. I've sat in that chair.
Have you?
Yes.
Did Dad nick it?
No, he didn't nick it, but we walked past it in the props department once, and I went and sat on it.
Did you do the impression?
I was like 8.
Yeah,
sure.
so did you do the impression?
Yeah, sure. I was talking to the producer. That was the funniest bit. The original 2 Ronnie script, penned by Barker himself and officially titled Annie Finkhouse, was bought for £48,500 by the current owner in 2007, after it appeared on the Antiques Roadshow. What are you doing?
What did?
So, were you not listening to what I was just saying?
I tuned out.
Blood. Let's go to an advert while she tunes back in.
Tales of mystery and imagination on the radio show that does things differently.
Dolly Parton, I listen to her records all day long.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I'm a nut job, but not that kind of nut job.
On Talk Radio.
Honest to God, it's the new Breaking Bad.
Oh no!
03444991000. Here's something for you trivia fans. You know the Charlie Says cartoons? The voice of the cat was done by Kenny Everett. That's Kenny Everett. For all you trivia fans out there. Just like to keep people informed. Katherine, you all right?
God, I hate you.
So it's bought for £48,500.
What was?
The sketch!
Oh, right, okay. Back
Flipping heck, woman.
Well, you do a lot of detours.
By the current owner in 2007 after it appeared on the Antiques Roadshow. Andrew Stowe of East Bristol Auction said, when it first came into us, I was shaking with delight. It's a huge...
That's not Bristol.
No, but he moved there.
Oh.
It is a huge part of the British psyche, a holy grail for collectors. Barker, who was very shy, often donated items to local charity auctions, and it's presumed this is how it came to be in public hands. He often used a pseudonym when writing. For Annie Finkhouse, he used Gerald Wiley, his best known. Pen names meant bosses could make more balanced decisions when selecting scripts, unaware they'd been written by one half of Britain's most famous comedy act. Okay, well then it goes to tell you what the sketch is, and we know what the sketch is. You know what the sketch is, it's tedious and overrated. That's what that is. What have I got here?
Why is Sam standing up?
I don't know, he's going to get a smack after this.
Good. And then can I have a go?
A Lynx advert featuring a song which appears to include the lyrics "Suck My Balls"
What?
has been slammed online. This is the new, is it saying Yanni or Laurel? Is the advert saying "Suck My Balls" or not? The song featured in YouTube ads for Lynx You Gold deodorant has bemused viewers. Amy Rowles said, "Can somebody please tell me what the lyrics are on the Lynx advert? I swear it just sounds like 'suck my balls' over and over."
Over and over!
Diederik Van Middelkoop,
no,
the music producer for the campaign, said, "As a parent and as a professional, I would like to reassure the public I would never intentionally place the lyrics 'suck my balls' into the song of any advert. This has also been certified by various lawyers or musicologists. I wanted to set the record straight following all the bollocks I've been getting on Twitter."
No, did you put that in?
No, it's in it.
Beautiful.
Right.
What is this song then?
I don't know. We
need to hear it. Type in "suck my balls."
Lynx, suck my balls. Let's see. No, that right, that's not. So what's the advert? Lynx You Gold advert. Lynx You Gold. Here we go. This is it, right. Lynx. Okay, right, so this is it, apparently, I think.
You spray. You stuck. You gold. Smell fresh all day with new Lynx Gold Body Spray.
That is definitely "suck my balls."
Try another one.
You spray. You trip. You go.
Suck my balls.
My balls.
Oh my
God!
I know we're getting in trouble for playing all these adverts, but here we go.
You spray. You awkward. You gold. Smell.
Wow, what a fibber he is.
A spokesman for the Advertising Standards Authority said the lyrics are in fact "Summer Dema Holla, Summer Ball," and derive from the Jamaican nursery rhyme Sucking my balls. Chi Buddo. Chi Buddo.
Oh, God.
Chi Bud.
Well, Chi-Chi is Spanish for a lady garden.
Okay, well.
So.
Here we go. Here we go. No, this isn't it. What?
Some of them are holla, some are bad. Some of them are holla, some are bad. Chichibodo. Some of them are holla, some are bad. Chichibodo. Some of them are holla, some are bad. Chichibodo. Some of them are holla, some are bad. Chichibodo. Some of them are holla, some are bad. Some are come along. Some of them are holla, some are bad.
Now, are you hearing Yanni or Laurel?
Some are white dogs.
Some are white balls. Did you just say some are white balls?
And then Ichibolo.
Some are blue foot, some
are blue foot,
some are white wings, some of them are holla, some are white dogs, some of them are holla, some are Chichibodo, some of them are holla, some are Chichibodo.
Chichibolo. Oh dear.
What's this? Let's try.
Oh no. Chichibodo. Oh yeah. Chichibodo. Some of them are holla, some are bad. Chichibodo. Some of them are holla, some are bad.
I think we found our new theme.
But there's
tune.
also a very other.
There's loads of different versions of it.
Stop.
Here we go.
Stop.
This is the best thing ever.
I'm actually going to wet myself.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Chichibodo. Some of them are holla, some are bad. Chichibodo. Some of them are holla, some are bad. Some are cling cling. Them are sing. Some of them are holla, some are bad. Some are darling. Still them are do them thing. Some of them are holla, some are bad. Some are.
Playing that stupid robot saying that word when there's a song for an advert and the lyrics are "suck my balls." Amy Rouse is right.
Gosh, if Nick Knowles hears that, he'd be all over it.
Yeah, he's all over something at the moment.
Chichibolo.
I'm sure he said that.
Oh.
Right. Good evening, Rachel.
Hi, Ian. I'm Kath. I hope you're both well.
I'm really sorry you had to follow "Suck My Balls," but that is now the new theme of the show.
I've heard a lot worse than that. Don't worry.
Oh, Rachel!
I just wanted to call in because you just were on about Charlie Says.
Yep.
And that was the old PSA thing from the 70s, 80s.
Well, yeah. Did you know the cat's voice was done by Kenny Everett?
No, well, I had no idea of that.
Yeah, it's a thing I knew for ages.
Yeah,
Kathy, you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
I do have a weird habit sometimes of going on YouTube and watching lots of PSAs, like top 10, 20 PSAs. Some of them are actually quite frightening.
Well, have you seen the one? Is it called Savages?
Savages?
No, what's it called? The one where it's the kids on the farm.
Oh, Apache.
Apache. That's it. Apache.
Yeah.
That's a dark one, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a girl poisons herself.
A kid drowns in a septic tank.
Yeah, totally. They all just keep carrying on, don't they, and playing, and you don't seem to give a crap about their mates that have died.
They're all picked off one by one.
In the 70s, we were a lot. We wasn't a snowflake generation. A mate died on a farm. Oh well. Oh well. So what are your favourite ones, Rachel?
If you dare go on YouTube, look up PSAs. A lot of New Zealand ones are actually really, really frightening.
Oh,
New Zealanders, they know how to do PSAs. They're scary.
I like the way you said that. So go on. What happens in the New Zealand public service announcement movies?
They like people speeding in cars, and the message you get is the bigger the speed, the bigger the mess.
Wow.
Absolutely awful.
Wow.
They're horrible.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah, go on.
Why do you watch them, you weirdo? Why are you watching them? You sound like an intelligent young woman.
Thank you.
Why are you watching these horrible things?
Well, in case she's tempted to go and play down on the farm.
Or drive really fast down under.
Or fly her kite near a pylon.
Yeah, fly a yeah, or climb up a pylon. Yeah, Jimmy. Well, what was the one? Said Jimmy. There was a chap. He goes up a pylon, and his friend goes, Jimmy. It'd be basically burst into flames.
I remember it.
Horrible.
Yeah, it's horrific.
Didn't the kite get wrapped round it? Isn't that what happens? He goes to free
Goes
it.
to rescue the kite,
or a
doesn't
ball or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. They're quite scary.
Jimmy!
Yeah, they don't do them. They don't show them on TV and that nowadays.
No, because you watch a cartoon now, and if someone nearly gets caught, it's mild peril. They have to do disclaimers.
Yeah.
Snowflakes.
Yeah, you're right. They should chime again, just to shit people up.
I think the whole government sort of group that did these sort of things on TV, I think it got shut down a few years ago. So I think
they probably
went.
I think they were probably all paedophiles. There was something not right about those people. But also, those films, if I remember correctly, the Charlie Says were on in the daytime. But a lot of them were on, like, sort of when TV closed down at night. It'll be the last thing, and before you go to bed, here's a public service announcement.
Why? That's for the naughty kids. They stay up late, fly kites near pylons.
I suppose so. I remember on Thames News them showing a little bit of Apache and just thinking, God, this is the most horrific thing I've ever seen. I want to see the whole film.
God, how horrible.
That's what I wanted to see. Rachel, you're a very warped individual, but I appreciate your call. Thank you. You're very welcome. That's high praise on this show.
Thanks.
Thanks for calling, Rachel. Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye. She sounded so normal, but she's got a really dark hobby. Kath, suck my balls?
No, thanks.
No, I was going to say, do you want me to play a bit more of that song? Sorry, I wasn't. There we go.
Oh.
Some song,
We're
isn't
just
it?
getting into it then.
So...
Stop it.
No, we can't play all that song. It's a bit of a mouthful. Yeah.
Someone's saying it sounds like suck my butthole.
Suck my butthole, suck my balls.
Instead of itchy butthole.
Oh, sorry.
Chichibodo. Chichibodo.
Itchy butthole. Itchy butthole. Yeah.
Good grief.
The itchy butthole song.
Oh dear.
What is wrong?
Hey, we didn't even tell him about that video you found that frightened your kid today.
What video is that? Oh, mate. We're talking to my youngest about eyes and things, about eyes coming out. And he said, do eyes ever come out? I said, well, you know, some people can make their eyes, like, bug out. You like...
Bulge.
And he went, go on, show me. So I found a video on YouTube of this, it's brilliant. It's this Pakistani reporter, and he's with this kid. And
that was the news story of the day.
Yeah, and he just turns to this kid, and they're talking away. And then suddenly this kid's eyes just go, and they pop out. But did you see it when he's looking around? Yeah. He looks around. And my kid, he was really upset by it. He went, ha ha. Oh. And so I took it away, and I said, you're all right. He said, I didn't really like that. And but then, an hour later, we picked up his brother. He was trying to get me to show it to his brother, and I said, look, I'm not going to show it to him. You didn't like it. I don't think he's going to like it, and I shouldn't really have shown it. But he was going, no, go on, watch it. I said, no, I'm not going to show it. I'm not. Oh, I thought it was brilliant.
There was a guy who went on Britain's Got Talent with that.
Yeah, it's a great act. It's a great act. Can I say something which in the last 45 seconds of the show is going to sound quite racist, but
oh God,
I've only ever seen persons of colour do it.
Okay.
Was the guy on X Factor?
Yeah, it was a black guy.
Yeah, I've only ever seen.
I think it's more to do with like thyroid or something, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I say that just out of. Paul, you got 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Come in and sit. Come. We're talking rubbish. I'm getting myself into a quagmire.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a great word.
You got 20 seconds.
20 seconds. Okay. We are celebrating or commemorating rather the 75th anniversary of the Dam Busters raid.
Yeah.
Happened while we were on air. 5 minutes past 1. The very first dam came down.
Wow.
We're also talking to the man who's having to set a new world record for the miles covered on a penny farthing.
saw you tweet that. That's the kind of stuff I like.
All that, and the 80s began on this day in history. 1983, Michael Jackson did the moonwalk for the first time on TV.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's Paul Ross coming up. We're back tonight at 10. Till then, ta-ta!